We are gonna go to YouTube in 3, 2, 1 now. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to our Monday night stay-at-home open mic or virtual program and show presented by the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series out of El Paso, Texas, here in the U.S. Southwest. We are supported by Border Senses, a nonprofit organization to support the literary arts. We do all sorts of writing workshops throughout the city to a variety of demographics. And of course, we do in-person open mic. And ever since 2020, we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary just recently. But yeah, we're still here. People still have a voice, and our community has grown so much more in those 2 years. My name is Richie Marufo, and I will be your host. I am also the project director of this thing. So if you ever catch us in El Paso, we do have live shows. And if you're ever visiting, or if you do live here and want to do a featured poetry reading or show, we can set something up for that for you guys. But tonight we have a full list of poets, writers, musicians, performers from not just El Paso and the region, but all over the country and sometimes the world. And as always, it's a platform, so people are going to come up here and do their thing like any other open mic. All you have to do to perform is sign up. If you're watching this right now live on YouTube, which we are live, right? Let me check. All right, cool. I've got my monitor right here. I'm reviewing it. Yeah, awesome. If you are watching live with us, show some love. We love to hear from you. Like, say hi in the live chat or leave a comment. Let us know you're here. The performers are going to do their thing in 5 to 7 minutes. We have a little bit of room, so if you are watching, there is still room to sign up. All you have to do is in the description of this YouTube video, you'll find the link to sign up. If you're watching this after the fact, much love to the performers. Like, leave a comment. Who did you enjoy? Who did you like? You're going to be hearing about a lot of other online open mics, online writing workshops, online karaoke nights, and of course, cool things happening in cities all around the world, including things having to do with publishing and in-person poetry events. So without further ado, I'm gonna, as your host, I'm gonna be your tour guide and introduce you to all these beautiful people. It's Monday, June 6th. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and kick things off. And we're gonna go from El Paso straight to New York City, where we have one of our regulars to kick things off. In fact, it's just always a great way to kick off the show. Let's go ahead and welcome Deadpan Lizzie to the mic. What's up, Lizzie?
Hey, Bleeny blessings. Good to see everyone. All right, I'm gonna read 3 pieces tonight. This one. All right. Well, we'll start off with this. Happy solo return to the boy who rocks a Yankee cap better than I, who always has my back, who creates safe spaces for the arts, who I wish didn't live so far away, but I know we will meet one day. In the meantime, we will share our poetry through glowing square boxes, staring up at the same sky. Happy birthday, Richie. Yeah. And then I'm just going to read 2 more short pieces. This I actually wrote for a gun violence anthology, so poets for peace. I clutch my mallow beads in the calm waters beneath my back to wash away the sins of earth, floating in the worn waves, wishing for policy and change. My thoughts and prayers are too fragile at this point for them to work 100%. Wanting to submerge myself beneath my blue blanket where life seems less complicated, where the sea lives peacefully and samba dances, or at least in Disney World. When I eventually come back up for air, will it be clean or cleaner? My thoughts and prayers are policy and change. And this last piece I'll leave you with is called Churning. In the red, I see my own blood, churning in a bucket like butter, unsure if I feel oily, saturated, fatty, heavy, all the above. The wooden stick swats me back and forth in a bin, feeling claustrophobic, wishing I was not alone in the barrel. Peering through the small broken crack in my current home, a crush, the lady in red, smooth like butter, boiling my creamy whole milk blood. I may spill my product all over them, but if I do I risk getting another splinter? That's it for me tonight. Thank you.
I was so happy. I clicked twice. I unmuted and then muted. Lizzie, also, I know you have so much going on. So for our viewers, what are some things people can look forward to or find you online, of course, and all that good stuff?
Well, thank you and happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying your night and day. Yes, I got a lot going on. Firstly, Deadpan Dope is back tomorrow night with The Word Is Right. Mercer Prada is here. She is the executive producer of the platform. And we have features Jane Spoken Word and Albie on bass with us. So please join 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a great night. We'll start out with an open mic before our wonderful features. I also have several books coming out this year. Two with Fred Green Books, Kundabini, a book of Pankus, and Out Loud, an LGBTQ literary art anthology, both with Marissa's publishing house, Fred Green Books in New Mexico. Please check that out. I also have another book with Telltale Poetry, Inner Visions, due out this summer, and a monologue I wrote will be in the Drama Bookshop here in New York City this summer. And, for everything else, ES_Strauss. Happy birthday with you. Thank you for the time.
All right, appreciate that. Yes, thank you. And yeah, I love it. You're like, yeah, we got a couple books coming out, all these publications, no biggie. But that's the way it is here. So we also heard a couple name drops, including Marissa Prada. She's almost up, so stay tuned. You'll hear a little bit more from here. But right now, we're going to continue our digital journey around and visiting all these wonderful writers and poets. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, just say hi. Let us know you're here. Right now, we're going to go ahead and go to Pittsburgh, and we're going to once again visit the remarkable Vale Larkin. What's up, Vale?
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Because it's your birthday, I thought I would read some sections from the cycle you said is your favorite. The cycle is called Invincible Moments. Those singular, invincible moments. Last summer on the lake. She was reading to me on the bluffs above the shore, The Last Unicorn, and the sun on her hair and the light off the water filled my heart with gold. The sky over the water was streaming, yellow, purple, rose, and blue, rising and towering battlements above and within the skin of the lake. But in the depths, the red bull roared, and wave foam wept, and all the butterflies burned out. Everywhere around us, eyes gazed upward to see phantom dragons rampant in the clouds, flaming the sun down the sky. I alone looked down, watching her, turned away and up with all the rest, and I knew in that aching moment that all our dreams would flee as she followed them upward, inevitably, as I wandered, earthbound and pathless. I heard the sky tolling the end of our story. I watched her face, rose gold, and my heart pulled from me, reaching its desperate tendrils out and always toward her, grasping the last strands of our fairy tale, weaving them into the deep fabric of myself before she slipped away. I can never regret. I can sorrow, but it's not the same thing. Peter S. Spiegel, The Last Unicorn. Those moments when everything aches with a truth beyond reality. City on fire. We flew down the road at the speed of the music. We were high as eagles, chemicals coursing, and the laws of the world were unwieldy and tedious. We rebelled, boarding the currents to carry us onward. We revolted, revolving in space, time, and landscapes beyond. I saw ahead the skyline of the city, and it was stained with streaming red and arsenic flames, a conflagration, massive as stars. You did not look up. One voice says, grasp tight to the rider, pale and promising, burn with the great fire. I almost caught his cloak. But then the second voice says, this too may be delusion. Lay back, wind to catch you. Sleep in the arms of this world as the old one ashes away. And he who was seated on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." John of Patmos, Revelations 21:5. One more. Those moments of awakening, of understanding in a breath what wakefulness can be, all the myriad definitions of life. The temple steps. I slipped through trees and undergrowth grown green and knowing. Hushed sunlight coming in points like stars through the canopy of boughs overhead. I will never know where those old stone risers in the clearing came from. Why I will always long for their silent mossiness in the leaf-dusted glow. Following them down and down where deep pools of shadow simmer beneath the verdure, where I'm filling my veins with chlorophyll. I will root myself here on this battered stage. Stones like teeth, broken and chaotic. The steps rise on three sides, a wave carrying the audience up and then down on phantom actors. This is a theater for birdsong and brief scuttlings now. Lost art, lost music, lost years long gone. The air vibrates now only to the beat of the earth's heart and to the melody of life, unscintillating life. But what I like is the excitement of choosing a path carefully, in the fear that the quagmire may reach out and suck me down. I like sufficient danger to put an edge on things. Jean Stratton Porter, A Girl of the Limberlost.
Awesome. Unscintillating. I love it. Vale, do you have anything you'd like to promote right now? Or of course, your social media, anything you got features coming up or anything?
Yeah, you can. I'm at Vale Larkin everywhere, Linktree, Instagram, except Twitter, where I'm at Larkin Vale. But I'm only the only Vale Larkin out there, so it's pretty easy to find me. And I would encourage people to support.theukrainians.org and sisterspgh.org/donate. The first money goes towards translation efforts for the war for the Ukrainians. And the second is a group, a Black trans femme-led organization that helps the homeless.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you for that signal boost there. Definitely. I'm going to try and transfer those to YouTube channel. That way so people can also see those as well. Thank you, Vale Larkin, always coming through. By the way, if this is your first time tuning in to the show, we have a whole archive of past episodes, past shows every single Monday for the past 2 years. It's crazy. Lots of great performances. Lots of vulnerability, lots of uplifting work, and just it's worth checking out. If you ever have some downtime, go check out our backlog, all those past shows, which have also been curated by Kit Wren, who you'll be hearing from tonight as well. All right, yeah, if you have a little bit of time to spare. Okay, then let's go ahead and keep going. We are going to go ahead and go to Denver now and say hi to Michael Sindler. What's going on? One of our very own lighthouses, just like the organization he always loves to promote. What's going on, Mike?
Yes, indeed. Happy birthday. I am going to absolutely promote lighthousewriters.org, and I'm going to especially recommend it hard and heavy because Lit Fest is almost here. It starts on the 10th and goes through the 18th. And I really recommend going in and looking at I just finished putting up on meetup.com, but there's free events every afternoon and evening all through that are amazing. But there are still some places left in a few classes that are available through Zoom. So pretty much any form of writing, anything. There are some great things that happen at noon our time that are aimed at the business of writing that are really fascinating. So I really want to do that. And one other thing, I just just because this blows me away every week. Kevin Powell has this series of writing workshops on Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Figure it out for yourself in between there. And he just brings the most amazing guests and has these discussions, and there's participation, and it just every week I just cannot believe how lucky we are to have him do that. But that being said, like I say, I'm really happy to be here with you on your birthday, as I think we all are. However, I'm going to read a couple of just angry pieces. I know that's not my usual, but I'm going to do it anyway. This first one is called She Was Trying. She was trying to be nice, just an innocent compliment by way of a thank you. He heard it as an invitation, let hopes become obsessive pursuit. At first, she ignored unwanted chattering, became uncomfortable as the level increased, found herself looking for allies or exits. No one seemed to apprehend rising level of anxiety and fear. Refusing repeated offers to buy her a drink, to get up and dance, to go somewhere quiet and talk. What could she have said or done to make him feel this was appropriate? She thought back and found nothing. But what was she missing? Though blameless, she took herself to task. She had done nothing to make him act like an ass. It was on him. She got up to use the toilet. He asked, "Where are you going?" How was this his business? She found a seat on the other side of the bar. Within minutes, he was invading her space again. Finally, as nicely as she could, she asked him to leave her alone. Fury flashed, flushing his face. He leaned in menacingly, growling, "Hey, I bought you a drink. You led me on. What's wrong? I'm a good guy. You should get to know me." The bartender finally registered the fear in her features, told the pest to back off or get the hell out. He retreated a few stools down, slammed down shot after shot, getting sloppier and sloppier. She prayed he would find another focus for his toxic insecurity other than another unaware victim. Noting a moment he absented his predatory perch, she chose to use the time to make a subtle retreat. Heading towards the parking lot, keys wedged between fingers, fondling a pocketed bear spray can. While she was unlocking the door, she heard his gruff, mumbled roar. "Hey, why are you leaving? Don't go without me. Don't be like that. You at least owe me a hug." In a transformative moment, his threat turned into a scream, aerosol entering nostril and throat. Tears rained from inflamed eyes. A well-placed kick found him sprawled out on the asphalt, wheeling wildly, lashing blindly, howling, "Bitch, I'm going to kill you," between wheezing gasps. Despite her palpable fear and anger, that impotent epithet brought laughter, prone bully bawling in a pool of puke. She considered calling the cops. It was doubtful he learned a lesson, but knew it probably wouldn't help. Odds were against a just intervention. Experience had taught her all too well. Patriarchy rarely comes to women's aid. No need for hours of defending against intimations. She brought it on herself, gave him the right to act animalistic. Resisting the urge to roll right over, she wheeled around, driving away, her whole body still shaking in shock. Rage slowly simmered down to relief, still struggling to remember a misstep leading to his dark transformation. After all she had been through, though lucky just to be alive, she still turned inside to find blame as society had taught her. With no reason to accept shame, she burned from the sting of slander, hearing the morning news announce, "A man was attacked in a downtown parking lot and left for dead, victim of an unhinged, drugged-out assailant." Drunk on unearned sympathy, soon he will be repeating the pattern, cycle rolling over another victim. Resigned to inability to unveil his culpability, that afternoon she treated herself to a new can of Ursine repellent. So if that wasn't cheery enough, I'm going to do this one. And it's called Overwhelmed. Skidding to stop, bodies break, screech as shots reverberate, sympathetic system resonates, takes in phantoms, overwhelmed brain senses whiplash from flipping headlines, breathing wind exhaled from gunpowder-tinged souls, eyes glazed in days of day after day repetition of brandished weapons, nervous system overloaded as AR-15s are reloaded, shot after shot, scaring, scattering, scarring, searing, killing, heart overflowing, Valentine mailbox stuffed with addressless missives, wishes lost on wind while unreceived cards, age crumbling deep within, dead letter, center office of eternal unheard threnody, shoved aside to make room for super PAC donations to keep reviled repellent representatives in place to prevent progress, keep steady stream of innocent blood flowing, never slowing, more mass murders than days and week, frustration felt through body to bones, stare at screen as hearts of stone pretend to atone, repeat platitudes, echoing shots of thought, prayer, thought, prayer, thought, prayer, souring the air with insincerity, struggle to gasp for breath as avarice clouds conversation, dollar signs dangling from semi-automatic reactions, propaganda suckled participants rushing to rearm one more death stick for overstuffed collection, prepared for traitorous insurrection, afraid of replacement, afraid of mirror, mistaking carnage for revenge, mistaking ruin for rapture, overwhelmed by hate that will not abate in face of facts. Blood pressure pounds at temples like tiny hands against locked classroom doors, soars to boiling point, roiling deep into soul, taking each breath as stolen gift. Perhaps fragile promise of peace fruit will bloom, even as small bodies are carried from dark burnt carcass of shattered school, sacrificial sight no longer whole, yet holy in memory of those left behind. So those were cheery. I will, however, put on the hat and I'm going to mellow out. I wish I had a cowboy hat. I would wear a cowboy hat for this one, but I don't. This is Just a Wave, Not the Water by Jimmy Dale Gilmore, who is one of the great, probably actually has the best pure country voice of anybody, any male alive. Thirst is not the answer. Oceans come and go. I loved her 7 seas worth, Lord, I loved her so. But she let me down so easy, one slow drop at a time. I would have killed myself, but it made no sense, committing suicide and self-defense. But I lost everything I brought her when she said, babe, you're just a wave. You're not the water. Centuries ago, we were living on the Gold Coast. She was still in love with a long gone cold ghost. I was only trying to turn back the tide of her tears. I felt like an endless ocean rolling through the fog, full emotion drifting like a weather-beaten log. I even thought that I outthought her till she said, babe, you're just a wave. You're not the water. I said, someday we'll love again, then you'll know the score. I've taught you everything I know and maybe even more. That's true, she said, more than you ever will. I said, I've been your raging river, precious African queen. I've shown you everything I've ever seen. But she knew more than I had taught her. When she said, babe, you're just a wave. You're not the water. Well, I followed her far and wide with all my will. Water on the move, you know it never stands still. And I moved every muscle just to prove it can be done. Then up some old sad river where snow white lilies float, I came to her for mercy, but I hardly rocked the boat. She seemed surprised that I had caught her. But she said, babe, you're just a wave. You're not the water. She said, babe, you're just a wave. You're not the water. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Oh man, thank you so much. That was such a solid set. Like spin some truth. Tell them what's up. You know, thank you, Mike, so much. And as always, Lighthouse Writers, go check it out. Yeah, oh yeah, I need to share some of that stuff there. All righty then. We've got a great night ahead of us, guys. Happy Monday. I've said this plenty of times before, but traditionally, you know, we always culturally tend to like look down on Mondays as like the worst day of the week. But honestly, it's great to have something to look forward to every single week, hanging out with you guys and getting to hear what you've been working on, what's in your minds and in your hearts, you know, and getting to experience all sorts of healing and all that great stuff. So let's continue with the show tonight. And again, as always, feel free to plug your workshops, your books, your social media after you perform. Let's go ahead and keep going. We're going to go from Denver to visit our main man in Maine. He's going to share some words from words. I always read the location that people type in, and the location today is just words. So you're coming from a place of words. Let's go ahead and welcome Generalissimo to the stage. As always, welcome, sir. How you doing, Brian?
Trying. Thank you very much, Richie. Let's see.
Yeah.
Life is like trying to eat spaghetti with chopsticks. When I was a kid, spaghetti was a staple of the dinner menu. Mom served it once a week or once every other week. Dad's famous meat sauce was legendary. I rarely make pasta, though. All the boiling of the water, if I let it cook 30 seconds longer than al dente, its texture feels wrong to my teeth. Of course, then there's the spaghetti linguine as well. If I break it in half before boiling, people will complain. When I order it at a restaurant, which rarely happens, and I cut the noodles rather than twirling them with a fork, I get accused of sacrilege or bad manners. I mean, doesn't it all end up the same after I chew it? As a terribly uncoordinated person, twirling spaghetti is the same as intentionally deciding to have 1/3 of the meal ending up on the table rather than in my tummy. As someone whose mommy told them to eat everything on my plate because there are starving people in India, I prefer not to waste food. I've been told that if I visit Japan and ask for silverware, it might be considered a cultural insult, despite that food will be wasted due to multiple motor disabilities, which would make my using chopsticks a messy, messy spectacle. Either way, I'm a consciously messy eater. Lest I wear a bib, I never order chicken wings. I also tend to mix everything put on my plate. Many friends and family members have commented on my sloppy eating. At least I don't talk with my mouth full of food, but if I point at my face or hold up a hand when someone talks to me while I'm eating, so I don't end up spitting food in their face, I'm somehow being rude or haughty. When I drank broth from a bowl at a pho at a Vietnamese restaurant once, my oldest brother said, "Manners, Brian, manners," in front of his tween son to make an example of me. I responded that in Asia, both slurping soup and drinking from the bowl are considered compliments to the chef. He said we were not in Asia. When I asked the waitress, she said it's okay in her family's restaurant and her father appreciates it, which made both my sister-in-law and nephew laugh. For people like me, chopsticks are torture devices. For people like me, not making a mess at the dinner table is like running a marathon. For people like me, explaining my issues to allegedly normal people is basically like eating chicken wings without a bib. For people like me, the fact that I am people like me is a messy meal I can never eat and escape unscathed from. And
Yeah.
asking, oh, somebody understands. Thank you. How to get away with public nudity. When I read my poetry, I empty myself of me. I'm not pretending to be someone else. I'm not exactly stepping out of myself. Maybe I'm stripping bare without removing any clothing. Maybe the clothes I choose to wear are a costume I use to hide in plain sight. Maybe the words I commit to page and extol through voice are my version of streaking across the 50-yard line while Lady Gaga sings the Star-Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl. When I empty myself of me, when I read my poetry, it's like tossing a deck of cards in the air and hoping the jokers land face up. Every day I wake up as a wild card that tries to learn its way out of being wild. When I empty myself of me, when I read my poetry, every time I play 52 pickup, I pick up the cards, put them back in the box, return to living life. Because I'm a poet, I get to empty myself of me every time I write a new poem, if I choose. Thank you, everyone. And,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and of course, on this Saturday at 9 is Dumping Grounds open mic, which I am featuring at. And it's a really wonderful open mic that you can talk about anything, and it's centered on mental health or any kind of emotional issues. So I will go ahead and put all that information into the chat. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Richie.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kit. And I'd say thank you to your mother, Kit, for giving us you, but she's not here tonight, so I'm not going to do that.
You let her know, Kit. Okay. We'll also timestamp that and send it to her. You can send YouTube videos with timestamps so it plays right on that spot. In case you didn't know, FYI. Awesome. No, thank you as always, Generalissimo. He also has his book out. So any links I'll go ahead and share as well to the YouTube channel. Shout out to everyone who is watching live right now. You guys are awesome. Shout out also to Rob, Rap Seminar. Check them out, Rap Seminar on Instagram. They do really great work in hip hop culture, including lyrical rap analysis. It's a pretty fun thing. I've done a little bit of consulting work too as an analyst. I'm still trying to earn my stripes though. But they're getting into education now too, doing like workshops with MCs and rappers and people in the industry. It's looking pretty cool. So if you guys want to or interested in hearing more about that, the homie who runs that Rap Seminar, Rob, he's the one who pretty much inspired me to get into all this. You know, he's the one who ran Barbed Wire open mic before I did. So I didn't start this, but I happily carried it on, you know, and kept the flame going. But yeah, shout out to Rap Seminar. Check him out on Instagram if you have a chance. Yeah, you're still here. Awesome. Good to see you. Yeah, let me know if I said anything wrong too. But oh, I'm on summer vacation, man. Let me analyze some songs for you. Okay, cool. Sorry. That was a quick commercial. That was a freebie, you know, check them out. Okay, let's go and keep going. You know, lots of love to, you know, not El Paso, but also not just El Paso, but the area, because Albuquerque, for as long as I've known it, has always had a really strong performance poetry scene. Poetry slams. The poet laureates have always been really cool. And you also now have The Word Is Right, and you have Red or Green Books, and a lot of that is because of our next performer, who it's been a while since she's been on. Let's go ahead and welcome Marissa Prada to the stage. What's up, Marissa?
Gee, oh my gosh, I'm so glad to be back at BWOMS. I've been missing you all so much. Please know that it's just been really busy in my world. So it's not for lack of wanting to be here. It's It's crazy, but summer vacation is here, so I don't have to get up early on Tuesday morning. So I am fucking here for the summer. Let's go. Yes, thank you so much for plugging The Word Is Right, WRITE, Facebook and Instagram. We have shows every day of the week. I'm very excited. Poetry open mic, slams, workshops. Half the people in here are participating in those, so I'm very excited about that. Red or Green Books, if you have not been to the press yet, please go. redorgreenbooks.com. Red is READ because poetic license, but I live in Albuquerque and everything is red or green chili here. So many fun things are happening this year. We are publishing our 40th book, and we have only been going for 2 years. So we're very, very excited to be publishing our 40th book this year. We have the Fierce 15 Poets we're launching this summer. Many who are in this room, including, yes, Terry Rose Jerson, Urban Cowboy Poet, Lizzie Strauss. I mean, this is so awesome. The Fierce 15, if you have not taken a look at that, please go to redorgreenbooks.com. We have our LGBTQ anthology is debuting this summer as well. Elizabeth Sophia Strauss, Deadpan Lizzie, who's in the room, is putting that together. We're so honored and humbled that she is working diligently and very selflessly on this project to put an incredible book out there. My second book is coming out this summer, Butterflies and Lies, which I'll read from. We have a raffle going on. If you want to win all 15 books, you got to get a raffle ticket. If you go to the website, redorgreenbooks.com, you can get a raffle ticket. They're only $5. All of the proceeds are helping fund the LGBTQ anthology. 5 of the authors of the Fierce 15 are international. They're outside the US. So you don't want to pay for shipping on those books. Get all 15 of them in the raffle. We will be drawing in August for that at Poetpalooza. We have the New York City Poetry Festival coming up in September. We're going to be there. Oh my God, you guys, are we so freaking
Hey, Marissa, I have a
out?
question about the raffle.
Yes.
Now, I bought a raffle ticket. How much will it cost me to have you to tape my ticket to the bottom so you reach in and get it?
The full cost of the 15 bucks, G.
Oh, I thought maybe I could send you like a Hershey kiss in the mail or something.
I'll tell you, we have not sold very many tickets. Okay, so the chances are very good that you could win all 15 books. It's an incredible thing. Please just do it because it's going to help us continue to publish more books. The New York City Poetry Festival is September 10th and 11th, and we have a booth there on Governor's Island both Saturday and Sunday. The entire days are booked out. I think we have 2 30-minute slots on Sunday that are still open for someone to come and do book signings at, but don't miss it. And I just did a call for a gun violence anthology. I feel very strongly about what's happening in this country, in my heart, and in my soul, that we have to speak up and do something. So we have a gun violence anthology call through August 1st. So please submit to that if you have not. The details are on the website. You can send up to 3 poems, email them with a cover letter and a bio. Let's do that. I already have over 20 submissions from all over the world. So please just do it. Let's continue to crank out some good stuff. All right, thanks for letting me plug that, Richie. I have two poems for you today. One is from my upcoming book, Butterflies and Lies, and it is titled Rest in the Bloodstream. And in fact, I wrote this in a Tumble Words workshop with Nick Paleologos, who's in the room, next 10 in the house. So I'll read that, and then I'll read my very awesome poem, which is going to be in the LGBTQ anthology. All right, so this is titled Rest in the Bloodstream. There is beauty in destruction, the decomposition of something that was beheld, being transformed to older, less functional, more beautiful. You are the ocean air, salty, sickly humidity that corrodes and rusts and disintegrates even the most well-built futures. Steel, wood, brick, become decimated transformation of bike chains into dangerous, fortress foundations into clay and washed away dreams of home. Wooden beams float only after the flood from all the tears, now dried trails of failed good decisions to stay inland, away from the sea, away from destructive storms that really only wanted to clear my path. Need Kleenex built better than metal sheets. They clank against the salty ocean rain that pours, not just falls, in this rinse, lather, repeat life. Caught in the cycle of tetanus in the bloodstream, of dying beautifully, of never loving again since black is my life now. How this dark heart lacklusterly beats have to talk it into doing its job just to justify living. Why the knife is still attached to the magnet strip. Why the pills are still in the bottle. Why I can't just drive into oncoming traffic. Colors are dead to me. Bright light brings no warmth. Colors are of no comfort other than the set sunflowers in my last will and testament. Testament to the try and convince the sun to sleep a little bit longer, for this dead weight to die off, to stop carrying the convictions of your memory, pent up grams of grayscale gratitude cast away, always come back like a boomerang. Turning a microphone into the megaphone. I am the impossible cry for help. I am the impossible amnesia I cry for. I am the impossible posturing, walking forward from all the vacant memories I cannot cut out of me. I am fire fists in crumbling drywall rooms that used to be sanctuaries. I am fire fists pulling impossible irons from temperance to temper, new marks on bare skin, beating, crying sweat that just wants to know touch again. The sky rains acid icicles of lightning, and I am the rod that never receives the necessary jolt. I curse the day I met you. I curse the day you became my cure. I curse that you are my curse and my cure in a body that desperately demands life. For when I am gone, I will finally know peace. Finally find my sanctuary in this diseased destiny. Will have finally forgotten you. Forgotten all the damage you left when you left. And I will finally feel, and I will finally be free. Thank you.
Oof. All right. Yo, Marissa.
All right. So real quick, I'm just going to slam this one down for you guys. This is in the upcoming anthology, Out Loud. This is our LGBTQ anthology. Here we go. Shh. Don't say gay. It's a gateway drug. Well, here's what I say to your shushing. Gay, 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 motherfucking gay. I will say gay anywhere, anytime I want, because I am not against the law. We are not against the law. And if you say it is the law, then the law is wrong. Laws written by straight white men with their dicks so far up in the Bible, hoping their own gay tendencies won't send them to hell and pray. No one talks about private parts. Laws championed by scared adults who make their problems their children's problems, who haven't unpacked their own crap, so they pass around trauma instead of progress at the dinner table. We need to say gay. We need to say gay often and early while valuing people equally. Tell me, what age do you think kids should know their gender? Dress them in blue or pink, give them titles boy or girl, which bathroom to use, when we all shit. When is it age appropriate to learn compassion and community, acceptance and empathy, to teach our children that curiosity won't kill them, that the adults won't shame them for their questions, and it's completely fucking normal to feel different than you look or been told you have to be? What is the age of consent for kids who just want to please? Who can't say no, since no was never taught that it's a whole fucking answer, please? How do we effectively teach sexual health and safety? Queer kids know, and they know early, how they feel inside about who they are and what they want. Have you ever talked to a trans kid? Those are some of the strongest humans you will ever meet. If they live, if they choose to live, if they don't get killed. Education is based on fact and study, so educate yourself fact. This year, 2 out of 10 high school kids will seriously consider or attempt suicide. Almost half are gay. Of those who survive, 80% will attempt again in 6 months. And if you say, well, I don't have kids, it's not my problem. Shame on you. Kids are the responsibility of the community. You could be a safe adult for them. You could be a friend. Gay is not a clinical condition. Gay children are not under a spell. This is not a learned behavior. Children cannot catch gay. What they can catch is hate, bullies, bullets, beatings, homelessness, starvation, trafficking, abuse, trauma, rape, death. They can catch it like a cold. Of all the things we have to talk to our kids about in school, fire drills, lockdowns, bullying, active shooters, police brutality. How in the absolute fuck is gender identity and sexual orientation the big no-no? Oh no, have convos with your kids, validate their questions, and educate yourself. Change the way we see each other, treat each other, love each other. Because I won't go quietly into the abyss of censorship. I say gay. What do you say? Thank you.
That's right. You tell them. Marissa Prada, everyone, go check out
Yes, yay.
Red Earthling book.
You tell
That
them,
is
Marissa.
That's right.
That's so great. So necessary. So beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. As always, guys, feel free to show lots of love in the chat. I love that. Here's what I say to your shushing. That's right. I like that opening up. Appreciate it as always, Marissa, and all you do to support as well. So go check out her stuff online. Great to have you. It has been a while. We're gonna have to like timestamp the last time you read, but yes, life gets busy, you know what? But these doors are always open, right? Even if it's your first time or if you haven't been here in a while, that's true here. So yeah, we are continuing with the online open mic. We have a pretty great list, so I'm excited to introduce peeps. In fact, our next performer is one of the Fierce 15. She's got her cover art in her background. We're gonna visit her in New Jersey. Let's go and welcome Terry Rose. What's up, Terry?
Hi, how's everybody? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I would have wrote you a poem. I might maybe by the end of the night come up with a little poem for you. But for now, I'm going to read out of the book. This one here, I actually read it on NPR on not Poets with a Purpose. That's a different one. Oh, geez. Now I can't remember the name of the show. Oops. Well, anyway. I'll put it in the chat because I have it written down somewhere. A Poetic Affair, I think is the name of it. And so I read this this poem, Ode to a Daisy, and my short-term memory is shit. I'm so sorry, and I'll put it in the chat. I'll put all of that shit in the chat. But these other two poems were picked also to be published in the book that's called Willow for the Arbor Day Foundation. And the book's not out yet. It was supposed to be out already, but it's not. So I'm in a couple of these different anthologies. So Living Like a Tree. My hands always busy. My mind always working. My body always moving. No time to rest. Have to keep moving. Death will come in its time now. More sooner than later. Resting is for the dead. I will push on. I won't lay down and die. My will is stronger. Yes, a strong will should get me through this life despite its troubles. I will be planted and strong like this tree, forever bending with the gales, storms, hurricanes of the world. I will not topple. I will flex, almost to break, but not breaking. Leaves will fall. Branches may shed, but the purpose is to stand tall as a testimony to those that were cut down. And magnolia trees is the second one. On my way home from work, I passed by 2 magnificent magnolia trees. They produce the most beautiful, fragrant, and eye-popping blooms. I tried unsuccessfully to grow my own from seed, which was in itself not the easiest process. These days, it brings a sadness, knowing that I failed in my attempt. Yet, the longing is still there to try again. I'm waiting to gather up the courage to knock on the unfamiliar door, to inquire about collecting the pine cone-like seeds that drop off the branches after the flowers have faded. The intoxicating scent returns me to a time of an old love, which was passionately kindled during walks on summer days, home to my apartment, where mad, uninhibited lovemaking would ensue. As with all other conquests of this nature, this was too hard to maintain and ended as abruptly as it began. The fire burned out quickly, but left its mark on me, and the remainder in the wafting essence of the magnolia tree. And if you don't mind, I want to read this one that I just wrote in a workshop, and I believe it might have been Tumblewords. So this is about guns. And Marissa, if you're listening, I was thinking of submitting this to your anthology about just about that. So let me know if you think it's good. Okay, so toy gun. When my son was small, no one could understand why I would not give him any toys that resembled guns. Many were against this line of thinking. They couldn't understand what was the harm. Most all of murderers that find themselves in the news for their various crimes may say that they are mentally ill, or others have said. So what do we say when there's been no history of mental illness? I wonder then, could this have been one of our sons or daughters? Or maybe they did have mental illness, but they slipped through the cracks. Or maybe they had a mental break. Or maybe there is no logical explanation, but a spiritual one, suggesting pure, unadulterated evil. What is the remedy or cure? I'll turn the page and it's stuck. Sorry. Do we keep the body of the dead murderer and attempt to dissect the brain to determine the defect? Would it be visible? Perhaps a chemical imbalance? As I search with all of you for these answers, I'm left to wonder, what can be done to prevent these atrocities from happening again? Can we start off by not giving our kids guns for birthday presents? The shooting at Robb Elementary School on May 24th, 2022, in today's headlines read, "Parents are still burying their children." The shooter bought the guns used in the massacre for himself for his birthday, with the intention of using them for this occasion. In peace.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Yeah, you see lots of people that are clapping in our little Zoom windows here. You got lots going on. Anything specific you'd like to give a shout out to right now? Or not? Thank you, Terry. Definitely check out. It's gonna be available. Hold on, let me switch. My bad. Yeah. Oh, you left me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I muted instead of unmuting. Sorry.
Okay.
So the name of that book is called Whispering Willow Tree Poems. Those 2 poems I read are going to be published in, and they're also in my book. And the other one that I was telling you about was, I didn't read it, Ode to a Daisy, if you go on the iPodcast, where is it? The iPodcast called Poetically Yours. So you can go on iPods and search for, I've podcast and search for Poetically Yours. It's an PBS. I said NPR by mistake. Oh my God, did I mess that up? Okay. So that's my memory for you. And I'm on Funny's mom, and I'm that's on my Instagram handle, and I'm on Facebook on Teresa Rose Jertson. So if you're interested in any of these things that I mentioned, and the other book is the New Jersey Bards Anthology that I'm also in. And also the Touching Tongues Anthology I'm also in. So if you're interested in any of these books, as well as my book of poems, my first one called The Chameleon Chronicles, Words Never Spoken, just hit me up on one of these platforms that I am on, or my handles on social media. And the Poetry Festival is going to be September 10th and 11th on Governor's Island in New York City. And I'm planning on heading out that way for that too.
All right. Right on. Thank you for keeping us up to date. Appreciate you as always for coming through to read. Thank you. Yeah, the anthology trifecta. Love it. Oh, I want to give a shout out really quick to Urban Cowboy Poet. He's an awesome dude. He usually comes out as well. He had to bounce out early today. He was signed up. So if somehow you're still watching this, lots of love your way. Check out his stuff, Urban Cowboy Poetry on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Awesome. So hopefully we'll get you on next time. But for now, we're going to go and continue traveling. We're going to go from New Jersey to Windsor, Canada, where we're going to visit someone who just recently started joining these, and it's always great to have them back. Like, all right, this is becoming a pattern and I love it. Let's go ahead and welcome Zom Konto to the stage. What's up, man? Welcome back. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. The first one I'll do actually is a dedication to someone. Happy birthday. It's called Richie Marufo. So all right, okay. I hope this will work out. All right, okay. Rise into the wind whose intensity is your own choosing. And inside it, spread your wingspan into its side. Cut off its breathing and remind it that you have flown into heaven, ducking tornadoes and sandstorms, indulging in dinners of comets and shooting stars, ending the birthday feast with a dessert of moondust and meteor showers afterglow. Marufo. Make the sky do your bidding and command it to hold the weight of your flight. Read the change in the wind direction and hold it by its jaws, ripping its core like Samson, and yet with a gentleness that does not tear its tongue. Unravel into the sky as if you know that it is not the limit. Fly into its skin to the other side, on which you will learn how to fly with wings made of the sky's own silver beaks. So happy birthday. The next one I'll read is called As We Grow Older. So I'll read this one just as a theme to growing older. So as we grow older, we get to know things more intimately. We value time as if each second carries mysteries that can only be known by feeling a little deeper, touching a little longer. As if each finger in a handshake is introducing itself to your whole being, letting you take long walks across the pathways that lead back to its own bloodline. As if each hug from a child is medicine, prescribed to you wrapped in the skin of a nightingale's morning song. A strong dose of emotion that forgives the child for not knowing the wild dangers of this world. As we grow older, we know not only why the sun rises, but that it surprises us time and again, reminding us that how resilient is our spirit. that we emerged from our dreams like jet streams into another dream, into another day, and that our words collected in our mouths like spring water, baptizing the lips of sons and granddaughters with poems and hymns. We know that the moon knows of the moon dust in our eyes, which glows when comets and shooting stars light up the sky, and we are once more alive with possibility. We become masters of both joy and tragedy, and can emerge from long silences with a renewed love affair with our own native tongues. As we grow older, we know that everything slung on one's back for too long needs to be placed down and left right there on the ground. We learn that favorite songs should be played once too often, that trees dress up in colors in the fall as if for a prom dance, and undress defiantly in the face of cold winters. That breath is the greatest romance, as we take in each morsel of air as if fresh from our mother's womb. We understand that not all things can possibly be remembered, but that faces etched in the flesh of our memories canvas are like a compass back to the worlds that we have lived, the lives that we have touched. And that every brushstroke in a moment in time is the beauty, the fullest beauty of knowing that we are here. We're still here. And we are here because we belong in the picture, as seen to each and every one of us innermost godly eyes. Thank you.
All right. Zomkonto, you made me blush. That was awesome. So people are asking, so you have social media and are you published?
On my name there, that's my IG, Zikali _ Zomkonto, ZIKHALI _ Zomkonto. And if you Google Zomkonto Gabadela on YouTube, that's my YouTube channel. I've been posting some there. So Zomkonto Gabadela. That would be my YouTube channel. And I'm always down to network. If you can link me up on IG, it's always beautiful to see the other things that we do, even in our spaces as poets, beyond just where we meet and perform, because there are some other people, like I've been hearing, I heard just in the other one, who teach kids, because kids are the superheroes when they hold on to poetry so early. They can use a poem to fight a bully, and just have the beauty of knowing that they fought the bully with a poem. So I would love to network with all of you and stay inspired.
Oh, absolutely. So cool. And in fact, I subscribed to your YouTube channel last week. Saw some cool videos. In fact, I saw some drumming.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah. I also, in addition to poetry, love music. I play the saxophone and I drum. I have a different types of percussion instruments, including a djembe and some bongos. Get some congas next, but it's really fun to express yourself through rhythm too. But yeah, check that out, guys. The YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. All right, Zomkonto. All right, we're gonna go from Canada to San Diego, and I believe this is our first trip to the West Coast. Won't be our last tonight. But our next performer is currently located in San Diego, has 2 books out, Lovely and Suffering, as well as Follow Me on This. And she is also the innovator of Tesoro, a international women's poetry network. A lot of you guys have probably seen that. We got Stacy Dyson in the house, and Stacy, I'll always remember when she came to town and she read, and it was such a fun reading, but like it had been a while since we had met like that, and we got to meet so many of our friends that we had met online. And when Stacy read, she just commanded the room, and she got her well-deserved standing ovation. So I'm always going to remember that. That's one of my life memories now. When my life flashes before my eyes, that's going to be one of the scenes that passes by. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Let's pass it over to our very own Tesoro. Let's hear it for Stacy Dyson.
Thank you, Richie. Happy birthday. Two pieces tonight, one relatively old one and one brand new one. Let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me keep you near to ease away the fear. It would be so nice if only for one night. I send you music because I cannot touch you yet. I'm good, but I'm not that good. My lips cannot reach yours across a continent. My tongue cannot explore every inch of that, ooh, baby, make me ache body from however many miles away, but I can send the music, send a seduction, message a massage. It serves to bank a fire that cannot be extinguished. Again, sugar, don't get me wrong, I am very, very good, but not that good. I cannot dampen an ardor that has grown from the moment I heard my language leave your mouth. That poet's tongue beguiles me, touches me where you cannot, where you haven't yet. But you will. Of that, I have no doubt. I send you music because watching your body move for 24 hours would be too exhausting and too exciting and ultimately not satisfying enough for my hunger, because the sound that interest intoxicates us is my way of saying, anytime you have time, we can keep time. Until I'm free to catch your rhythm with my hands, I search archives for songs that make my throat and heart and body ache, mostly for you. The ache is overdue and pleasurable. I don't want it to go away. You are overdue and pleasurable. I don't want you to go away. I hope I've made that clear. I won't tell a soul. No one has to know. If you want to be totally discreet, I'll be at your side, if only for one night. I send you music because I can't summon you like a wish. But for now, I have to treat you like one charming one. You disturb me in all the right ways. Please keep moving to the music I send you. Fingers and smile, and soon I can stop wearing my fingers on my laptop keys and let them dance all and over your beautiful, beckoning light. And then this piece isn't brand new, it's 3 days old. So let's see. Well, I'm not moving to Texas anymore. I know it's all I've talked about for months. Don't get me wrong. I was seriously thrilled when my friend gifted me an RV. I had to move, didn't want to fly because, COVID and people being generally nasty and me being non-trusting and suspicious of folks' personal hygiene. Anyway, I was thrilled. Had called my nephews who live in Odessa. Your auntie is coming down. Why don't y'all come get me? We can make up for some lost time, lost years. It was the paperwork holding us up. The tags and plates came, it all started to be real, and then it was just waiting for the title. I did the research. Everybody said, well, yeah, you can drive without it as long as it's recorded somewhere. And I have the receipt. I knew that electronically it was on file, it existed, but I needed it in my hand. I had to have that small square piece of paper in my hand because I had two young Black men coming to drive me into Texas. And I did not feel sure or safe without that little small piece of paper in my hands. There was some glitch, some holdup. It kept getting delayed. And I was starting to get eaten up with this dread, this fear taking over all of my chest when I said, oh yes, my nephews are going to drive me there. My two young Black nephews were going to drive me there. I sounded, but I would put down the phone or get off the chat and my hands would shake. I could feel the quiver in my voice. I kept having to wipe tears off my face and clothes because my two young Black nephews were coming to drive me into Texas in an RV with shiny new plates and tags recently gifted me. Legalities and civil rights never seem to make a difference down there, unless it's on the side of the police, or old vindictive white men, or laws that should have been off the books decades ago, should never have existed decades ago. And I had two young Black men driving a newly titled RV, and their aunt, who was old enough to remember girls getting blown up in Sunday school, and why strange fruit is still a necessary, bitter reminder sung in mother's tears and defiant desperation, and folks who have died while engaged in the unholy commission of being while Black. The delay was longer than expected. That's when I started having the nightmares. My boys, yes, they're grown, but they will always be my boys. Breezing through a dusk blue Texas night, stars showering down the way they do in the Panhandle sometimes. Laughing, listening to their granddad's favorite Motown and Silk Sonic. Then the cop blows out of nowhere, steps off his bike, puts his hand on his holster because these are two young Black men in a newly gifted RV, and it's a long, lonely highway, and he is bored. Or maybe they passed the stop sign a little too soon, or maybe he hasn't made his quota for the night, or maybe just because they are two young Black men laughing and not caring where they are except to come and get me. He wants the title, the paperwork, the license, the registration. He sees the name on the papers isn't theirs, tells them to step out. They're smart. They've been trained the way we have to train our children these days with the police. They step, they are quiet, they do not talk back, do not give attitude, but I know my boys. And their eyes are angry, and their throats and mouths are tight, and they are swallowing humiliation and remembering the story I told them about their granddad being pulled over with me in the car. And that title is shaking in their hands along with the license and registration. And the cop takes their angry eyes and tight mouths as a threat. At least that is what he will say in court, that he feared for his life, and they will face down on that lonely highway, maybe still alive, maybe not. I should have been happy. I should have been happy, but I got sick when it came. I felt as if I would be handing them a death warrant. Could not let a piece of paper kill my boys. Could not let some small square piece of paper be the thing that lets some cop murder my two young Black men under a Texas sky. I've been a lot of things to my guys. I would not be the messenger of the thing that might get them killed. And I know you're saying that's ridiculous, or that they could be stopped anywhere. But right now, Texas is a place where murdered children's cries are still echoing in school corridors, where the destiny of a woman's freedom to her body is not a recognized fact, where there are still sundown towns and a need for the new Green Book, and two young Black men singing Motown and Silk Sonic under a star-rushed sky is an invitation to death. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Don't get me wrong. I am so grateful for the gift. The RV can be rented or lived in if times get tougher. I still haven't touched the title or the envelope it came in. It hurts to touch it. It feels a little too heavy in my hand. I will fly to see my boys. And the only thing in my hands will be their favorite cookies and heartfelt invitation to come and see me whenever they like. The nightmares have stopped. My boys are still in Odessa. And well, I'm not moving to Texas anymore.
Oh my God, Stacy. I love you. I'm sending you hugs.
God love you, Stacy. Hugs.
Thank you for sharing that. All right, Stacy. Yeah, very, very vulnerable. Sending love. A lot of us are. Check out the chat. Really quick, tell us about Tesoro. That sounds like a very uplifting project.
Tesoro was created to make sure that there are safe spaces for women word warriors to do their work without being harassed, without being mansplained to death, without being condescended to, talked down to. We are international. We have sisters in the United Kingdom, Singapore, South Africa. Recently, we have a new member from Portugal. We have Tesoro women literally from coast to coast. I just got off the phone with Jane Spoken Word an hour before I came and spoke to you all. But basically, it's to make sure that women who work in words can do it safely and comfortably, and that we keep that going for other women who are coming down the way. We had a big splash invitational in March, and then I unfortunately got sick. So we're running a little bit behind, but we'll be coming out of the gate with everything from open mics to interview shows to another invitational at the end of August. We're just going to have all manner of things going on virtually and on the ground. So keep an eye out. You want to find out more about us? I will put our website address in the chat. We are also on Instagram. Follow us, like us, check us out. We will be around for a minute.
Absolutely. Yes, very important space. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy Dasson, everyone. Show her some love. Also check her out online. And check out her books. Follow me on this. Lovely on Suffering. They're excellent. All right, cool. Yo, yeah, let's keep going. Our next performer, I know is always anxiously waiting when it's almost his turn to come up. And under location, he wrote Wonder Tucky, which, you know, is that a distillery or what is it? Tell me about that. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the BWOMS stage, because he's rocked the BWOMS stage not only online but in person back in the day. So as always, the doors are always open for him. Let's go and welcome back Nico Kim. Nico, are you still with us here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yo,
What
so
up, man?
like this is kind of like Bridget, right? Because that was a tough act to follow. Thanks. So the bridges, yeah. So Wonder Tucky, I live in Wonder Lake, Illinois, which used to be a KKK hotspot. Back there was actually the most recent cross burning was in 1999 when a biracial couple moved in next door into town. A cross burning in 1999, effing ridiculous. So yeah, I'm not gonna go there. All I'm gonna say is yeah. So that's why it's called Wonder Tucky, because it's very known to be a tad, we'll say, racist. But yeah, so that's why. But also Wonder Tucky because like people fuck their cousins here too, and their sisters. It's great. It's hilarious. I love it here. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like there's a whole Wonder Lake is man-made, largest man-made lake in Illinois. With that, I'm gonna stop hogging the mic. So I'm gonna sing a song and then do 2 poems. So I wasn't sure if we were gonna play sax or not, but I tried playing on the sax and it just did not play well. I didn't play it well first. And second, it just didn't sound good. So I'm just gonna go, do it a cappella, and I apologize. Well, she broke my heart, and I know why. I said she broke my heart, and I know why. Because I treat her like shit. Because I treat her like shit. Well, I was quick to play the victim, like I don't know how to pick 'em. Show the dick you know where to stick it home. And there were times I called her fat and lazy, and at times a little crazy. Why she didn't praise me, I don't know. But she broke my heart, and I know why. I said she broke my heart, and I know why. Because I treat her like shit. Because I treat her like shit. And if I just had one more minute before she tells me that we're finished, well, I'll tell her everything she knows. Like how I'm a fool and I don't deserve her, and it should be me who deserts her. But now I'm the one who's gotta watch her go. She broke my heart, and I know why. I said she broke my heart, and I know why. Because I treat her like shit. Because I treat her like shit. I treat her poorly, now she's gone. I guess it's time for me to be moving on. And I didn't learn a thing, but I sing. Anyway, she broke my heart. I'm not gonna go that over, but anyway. Yeah. So I don't remember the poems, so I apologize. Oh wait, no, you can't see my face because Zoom updated. You guys can still see my face?
Not
no, maybe?
live. It's like a little pic, your little avatar.
Okay, cool.
Probably just
Then
your
you will
name.
not be able to see my face. I apologize. I thought maybe this was updated. I guess not. But yeah, I've got 2 quick poems because I can still see your face, Richie. That's why I was saying that. So I was being assumptuous. But you know what they say when you assume. All right. None of these poems are titled. If you asked me for the world, I'd tell you the... Sorry, I need to get my glasses on. 32 years old. Need to read. Anyway, if you ask me for the world, I'd tell you the weight of the world. If you ask me for the world, I'd tell you that the weight of it is unbearable and unshareable. I wish I could match the strength from the parable of Atlas, just so you can ride on the shoulders of a giant, defiant to the modalities or normality in which you've grown accustomed. If you ask me for the moon, I dare not lasso it like George Bailey, but maybe we could spend a night dancing in the moonlight like the Buffalo Girls to which he alluded. If you ask me for the sun, or any star at that, I tell you the warmest place to exist already exists. Lazy rhyming. I'm still working on that. Anyway, I'll tell you the warmest place to exist already exists. You'll never find me looking for an exit or escape route or rope to pull me away from your heartfelt embrace. You told me that there are times I can come off like a know-it-all, but all I know is I know nothing, and I will give you more than you or I will ever know. And then last but not least, to perceive all, I foregone the moxie or gall I had trying to beat out both Percival and Galahad, seeking a relic of divinity, not a stone, not a chalice, but something holy for man's lips that bears the folly of man for eternity. Maybe I'm clung to a grilled-shaped beacon shining through the darkness of torrential downpours. Open the door! Open the door! As such, instead of seeking something of myth, I feel redemption. I feel redemption when my lips touch yours. Not so much a kiss, but something a cunning linguist could invent with their vast vocabulary, yet there's no syntax or diction that can describe how I've crumbled for you, because as I see it, from the moment I stumbled into you, my humble search for the Holy Grail was all but through.
All right, man. Complete with a thumbs up finish and everything. Yeah. Shout out to the cunning linguists for sure. Nico, do you got any social media thing going on? Like anything you'd
Okay,
like
no,
to
not me
promote?
personally, but so my cousin, my cousin published a book of poetry, and she's really awesome. This is her second book. You should, if you guys are looking for some books to look check out. It's called Letters from Gardenia by Danae Therese Hints. So that's Letters from Gardenia. And it was released this year in 2022. So if you're looking for a poetry book, I'm sorry, my face wasn't showing up. But if you're looking for a book to read, check out that. My cousin's an awesome writer, I think. So I think it'd be cool for El Pasoans to support it too.
Dope. Yeah. You know what? If you have a link, if you can put that in the chat for sure. And as always, I gotta say, I really appreciate when people use their spotlight to uplift others. Michael Sinlin does that with Lighthouse, and we've seen Vale do that for really important charities and organizations and movements. So, if you guys got any, you don't have to share your stuff. If you guys got anything you'd like to share, it's kind of your sounding board. All right, Nico Kim, always great to have you, man. It's always a treat.
Love you guys. It's family.
Get a little bit of crooning as well in, but we're gonna go from Nico, who has been here in El Paso and has performed at live open mics, to two local artists from El Paso that are going to make their debut here at the online mic, and I hope I get to meet soon at some of the in-person ones as well. Very clever name. Let's go ahead and welcome Venomous Verses onto the mic. Are you guys still with us here?
Yes, we are.
All right, cool. Welcome. So you guys already know the format. Feel free to take it away.
All right, so we're gonna open up with some acapella, and then we're gonna do a song, and then we're gonna close it off with some more acapella. But yeah, we're Venomous Verses. I'm gonna let my homie start his chop. Let's get it.
Just the weight that I've been holding, I stay awake knowing that it's okay to go away for a moment. I turn the page, but I'm afraid of the book folding and closing. I want to grow as I get older, but sometimes it feels like I'm frozen between a rock and a boulder, meditating in the cold, sitting and wishing I could start over. And so I find myself walking home, talking to my mind about my soul makes me feel like I'm not alone. And that's my therapy. Getting comfortable in the struggle is scaring me. I'd rather end it all and donate my body to charity until I look into the eyes of my baby for clarity. My love, please forgive me for my thoughts raining so heavily. I lay looking through my memory in search of a remedy, carefully raising my legacy to be something I can never be. The light at the end of the tunnel, something I can never see. Just another dream far from my reach, a dark street with a black top waiting for me. I'ma live in my thoughts till I have the energy to get back up on my feet. My life ain't too different from the nightmares that I see in my sleep. To get my mind straight is all that I need. But that seems impossible when you lost away a long time ago, and now I can't even breathe. I stay in place with fear on my face. I realize I walk the path that I paved. About to break my headache for days, been wanting to escape, but I gotta contain the will to be the strongest link on a chain. And I'm taking that to the grave. I'm not looking for someone to blame. I made mistakes from day to day, most already had to pay. That's why I gotta stay in the black and gray, lay in the back and pray for brighter days, thinking smarter moves, making better plays. My name is Capital C and I'm part of Venomous Verses. Right now we're about to start chopping up. This is gonna be our song, original song from Venomous Verses. It's called Acid Rap. And we'll go ahead and close it up with some more acapella poetry.
My love, a handsome song. I came here tonight to play chess.
I hope y'all can hear us good.
Anything about this? The audio's okay. The audio. Russell, you don't talk, you're gonna die. I see. So you know it's a fight. But today it's against the Ting brother.
Venomous Verses.
Fight. You.
Shit's thinking now I gotta flip bigger, beat ripper in my thick of something I gotta consider as a heavy hitter. Put me as a lyrical transmitter. My ripple will slam quitters, my words equivalent to pulling these damn triggers. It gets sicker the more you listen. My soul gets richer, my mission never missing. I'm both God and the messenger. Remember, I'm not messing with anything less than excellence. My pen is venomous, my truth the evidence. Ain't no one flexing this. Open your mind and come inherit this. Counting on medics to come and save you, cause the truth is dangerous. Sleep with one eye open, homie, you know the flows in my mind holding, coming out in slow motion like an explosion inside your mental. When you see your life is about to be stolen, this ain't no time to be frozen. I'm holding my own when it comes to my token. Me and the music got a bond that can never be broken. With my smoke in the air, you better get down, cause you need a breathe. We'll have you praising double B till your knees bleed, crawling like my newborn seed. This is my true form lead, body bag keeping you warm teeth. You're a comedian compared to a true MC. Vicious with the style delivery clean. I'm a supreme wizard holding the mic, cold as a blizzard. Watching y'all slither fucking snakes. I got the fangs too, piercing the face, leaving my prey in bucking rivers and lakes. Thoughts will make you shake, shiver in place. Even thinking about the next line. Got the competition running and jumping like I'm pulling the Tech 9. Cat coming with the correct rhymes. Don't disrespect mine. I'll take your spine as a punishment. Goddamn, I'm fucking crushing it. Who trying to look in my direction? You'll get the infection. Let me spit, spew the venom. Don't know what that will cause. Got my left hand holding the mic and my right cup in my balls. Leaving you in awe when I draw. Or should I pull out the claws? Freddy Krueger with the Ruger on North Blue. Removing the loose like scary movie with jigsaws and shooters. Yo. Pages inflammable, scripted by cannibals, verses unmanageable. I damage you with the hook on the match. It's a horse, boy, looking like your horse toy. Promise to rings a Rolls Royce when I destroy loins. When it's don't try to fucking push me, cause when I bust your time is up. I discuss with the rhymes are cuts, no time for luck. I defile guts and leave you round up. I throw the lines, pile them up, and have the fuckers ready. As we gun slide them up and keep them fucking steady. Cause it's that one shot, one kill. If the mission plus fill, when they hit the fit up, if you can't, call you cold steel. And it's the cold steel, bringing heavy metal to you devils. Rock your heads with the bass and treble. Penetrate your face, it's time to place prosthetics, I said it. Your mind's destined to be line resting, even time second to my rest perfection. My dialect sick with my violent malign gestures. Softer than the scepter that severed the second gets his head off. When I said I'll be the best and eat the rest. So bring the test and bring the next. To never dawn piecing on these stagnant puss raps. And freaking mishaps need to pack it in and push it out. Pardon unattended, I mean, you better leave cause the MC remove clout. I case the rapper shoot it out. I even Billy Jean and Boogie out. Let's look me now for the 16s. Have your crew as we put it down. What's my freaking name? Venomous verses. I didn't mean to change the vibe, but
Awesome, man.
I got a little acapella I want to share with you guys. Brought one. This one's called Lost in the Blindness. Is it possible to love the ones you hate? The more they push you away, the more you want to change into the person they said you ain't meant for them. To be honest, I want the best for them. Love them, have respect for them, but I seem to keep them upset from then to the current time. I'm sick of these certain lies about my deserted sky. I choose to fly. I want a guide and keep her beside the words I choose to describe her. Because I seen the hurt inside and it's beginning to sink in her mind. Now she thinks, oh, I lost my place. I want a guide to keep her beside the words I choose to describe her because I've seen the hurt inside is beginning to sink in her mind. Now she thinks I don't like the way she treats what she decides. But truthfully, I'm jealous and worried about the future of it. Ending credits like it's a movie. Oh, well, I say it's probably for the best. I say for sense sake. But these dope heads, she says she can't take care of them. I say it should be the other way. Since you hold an actual pain, why try steering a person that's been their way for most of their days? It's unhealthy to change at such a rapid pace. Either way, he can trigger into his old ways and at her sensitive state, I wouldn't want her to cave in. Or the drugs and the pain that she's saving. I guess I'm doing the same thing, chasing someone to heal, pretending like the outcome can save me. All it did was create a false hope and drain me of my energy. All it did was let them know they can break away from me when they're at the highest peak. like they never needed me. Forgotten about, dunked in my fucking troubles and misery again. Bottle after bottle, I could start mumbling again, stumble into someone who could somewhat make me humble again. Fucking man, the only one person that get me out the struggles is Uncle Sam. I call him an asshole, but at least he's fair. I do my time, stack some dimes, come out with strength, not only in my mind, but physically. Maybe that's a confidence I need to release the emotions that I seek before I break down and sink like the Titanic. I've been swimming in cold water since I was an addict. 13, same number on my ring, same days I was a fiend, same age. I almost seen Jesus or the devil after choking on some pills and some vomit. God damn it, God, why didn't you sign it? I could have left hell a little less violent. My emotions would have reflected a little less silent. Now writing, recording my voice, hoping when I'm dead, she can find it. Hoping she confines it and realizes how much I actually tried shit. How much we bind it, our spirit and mindsets. I wish you knew my life was fucking timeless, so we're together, lost in our blindness. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yo, that's it. Awesome. Glad you guys could join us, man. That was awesome. So you guys have been around for a little bit. How can we follow, like, and listen to some of your music online and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we got pages on YouTube, almost everything. Just trying to get out there and stuff. But yeah, we got our Venomous Verses page. We got Venomous Verses. You can find us Venomous_verses. We also got something called Venomous Texas. We're just trying to figure out, trying to see who else from Texas is also an MC, is also a lyrical poet, that could jump on our tracks and stuff with us, feature with us. And as long as we have somebody else from Texas performing, writing a song with Venomous Verses, that's going to be called Venomous Texas, and that's how we're going to promote it. And that's almost everything. Any platform, you can just look up Venomous Verses.
Yeah, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, pretty much almost on all platforms. Yeah, so Venomous Texas is just like it's going to be on the outlook for new talent. It doesn't really have to be rap or anything like that. It could be, all types of music. But yeah, so you can just follow us there.
All right. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Glad having you guys on the show tonight. And let's definitely link up for some shows, because I have access to several venues throughout the city. And through that, you can also meet a bunch of people like that, a bunch of lyricists and people I think that flow well with that. Appreciate having you guys on. Also, shout out to, like, you invited people to come check it out. So I know you got people tuning in. Cindy, Observer of the Skies. Shout out to Julian Matthews. I'm looking at people on YouTube right now. You guys are awesome too. So yeah, there you go. Tradition, as per tradition.
One of us.
One
of us. One of us.
That sounds so disjointed, and you made them leave, guys. I'm kidding. No, so that is a really great thing, because that just means we loved you, and you guys are always welcome to come back. One of us, as I believe I heard Advocate of Words, one of the hosts at the New Rican Poets Cafe, frame it like this: "You fucked up," because that means you got to keep coming back now. All right. So
yeah,
appreciate you guys. All right, later. Yeah, let's link up for sure. All right, let's keep going. We got a great list. We got to make sure everyone gets on. We got a couple more people performing from El Paso, Texas. Then we're gonna head off to the Bay Area, Los Angeles, Washington, DC. We got some more spots to hit up, but right now we're gonna stick around in El Paso, and we're gonna bring up someone who is such a pillar of this community and does so much great work. They've been doing some awesome workshops lately, and I'm just always excited to see what they come up with. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Lee Martinez Soto, fresh from ABQ.
Yes, we went over visiting. It looks like we might be moving there soon.
Whoa, sick haircut.
So, I have two poems. The first one is an old one, and this is because it's Pride Month. And of course, I need to read this on Pride Month. This is Dear Cis People. And here it goes. Dear cis people, repeat after me. My pronouns are not preferred, optional, an alternative for you to ignore, overlook, change when you don't feel like believing me about who I am, when you don't really care for respecting, acknowledging my existence, when we argue and you seek a surefire way to shake me to my core. Dear cis people, it's been years since you last opened, let alone read, any biology books, peer-reviewed journals, or even read or listened to the emotional labor that I and many others have screamed and cried at the top of our fucked up lungs. Biological gender is as wide and buried as your excuses for why you pick and choose the words of a God not ours to abandon scared and lonesome children, gatekeep life's basic experiences, and shock us into casting away who we are. Don't you think it's a little creepy to change your opinion about who I tell you I am based on your own assumptions? Like, why are you so obsessed with me and with what I hide under my shirt, under my pants, between my legs, tangled on these vocal cords? Don't you think it's a bit disturbing? Dear cis people, if I say my pronouns are they, them, my gender is chaotic neutral, the essence of that power trip of the fear that crosses bigoted assholes' faces when they see me stomping on this platform boots and torn up ties, paired up with the high-waisted shorts, tight crop tops, these tattoos, pierced face, green hair, shaped sides, all the fucking euphoria. That is exactly what I mean. This is not an invitation for debating, questioning, or showing your poorly informed beliefs my way. Dear cis people, my gender is not a personal attack on you, but please do take this hereby letter personally. This is about you. You know your names, your multiple slips that I will no longer pretend are mistakes, your pretense at allyship, hollow empathy, sympathy, followed by your barrage of endless dead naming, misgendering, and passive-aggressive bullshit jabs that do nothing but chip away at this already thin patience. So here's the end of it, dear cis people. I will now meet you at your level. Stump straight to the ground where you scurry away like pestering little cockroaches. Dear cis people, fuck around and find out. That was one. And then this other one, I read it last week, but it's a little bit more polished. And this is in regards to the shootings. We're moving over to Albuquerque because my husband was offered a job over there. And compared to the amount of school shootings there's been in Texas since the start of this year versus what's been going on in New Mexico, we would rather take our chances. This poem, I wrote it in thinking of him as a teacher, what would happen if this were to happen in his classroom. So this is called For When It Happens. Fingertips dance across time, rapid strokes of tapping, typing across stained screen, irradiating blue light, white light, too bright for the time on the clock. Google search, can bullets go through sheetrock, brick, cement, wooden walls and doors, separating heartbeats from the dead? Fingertips annotate on a separate screen in bright, dark, stark lights so the strain does not hurt my eyes more than the fear already has, more than the tears already have. Google search. Which ordinary household item, office item, classroom item can stop the increasing number of hellfire bullets breaking sound, light, wall, life barriers? Add to wish list wholesale stacks of printing paper used, hardcover books, solid wooden bookcases to line them up one after the other across the walls, windows, and doors. Add barricading tools, add legal self-defense kits, add corrosive, irritating acids, products to distract, to buy time, to buy life. Google search, middle school classroom floor plans, clear search, effective classroom room management, clear search, classroom layout ideas, clear search, tips for classroom setup against school shootings. Bookmark, revisit once, twice, 3 times more to draw out the layout, place the children, place the teacher far away from the door, revisit once again to barricade, to create a path, to lock down doors, teach the children how to use the windows and unlock all locks. Were he to die, were he to die, were he to die, and they must get out, run, keep their lives, close the tab. Google search. Safest countries with socialized healthcare, food and housing security, workers' rights, little to no hate crimes. Google search, countries where he gets to live. They get to live. We get to live if he steps foot in a classroom, if he's stopped by a cop, if he angers a white man, and their white ego and their white pride, if he's found in the wrong place at the wrong time. He steers in his sleep next to you, his warmth, his breath, in, out, heartbeat, and he lives. Save your notes, lock the screen, push the phone away and wrap your arms around him, close, closer, doze off, then pretend that you'll be able to fall asleep without the nightmares, without the fear. That's it.
Oh God. Oh, those pieces. Thank you, Lee. Also loving the hairdo right now. That's super, super slick. Awesome. So I know like you've made it super efficient and you have a whole page where people can like see where to follow you, because definitely if they are not following, they definitely need to. You're gonna be cool.
You can follow me on Instagram at cadáveres_literarios or Facebook as Lee Martinez Soto. I'll drop my information in the chat as well as the link where you can get any information about things that I'm doing and things that I publish, etc. I do have a workshop coming up on June 11th with Tumblewords, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's so far what I got.
All right, excellent. Glad to have you here. And yeah, shout out to Andres. Congrats on that. So what you're saying is now you get to party in Albuquerque. That sounds awesome. You know, I always enjoy it. I haven't had a reason to go for a little while, but you know, it'd be cool. You know, let's do a little trip out there. Anyway, thank you, Lee Martinez Soto, one of our awesome poets. Let's go ahead and keep it right now. One more in El Paso before we move on, but it's just not anyone. It's not just anyone. Mr. Monday Night. Guess what night it is? It's Monday night. That's right. He's our very own BWOMS legend. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Damn it. He does so much help. He helps so much so that you guys always thank him for being part of this, you know, like which I think says everything. So let's go ahead and welcome up to the stage, Kit Wren. What's up, man?
What's up, Richie? Thank you very much, and happy birthday. Yes, wrestling is real, borders are fake. Shout out to LA Park. And the opposite of a shout out to Stephen Miller, who is being strangled in this very whimsical cartoon. And hopefully in real life, wherever he is. Okay, 3 of mine and then the cover poem. This is an old one. And I think this is one of the first ones where I was reading it live and I noticed Richie reacted in the right place as if he got it and liked it and already knew it. And that was cool to me. He gave a very exaggerated shrug at a specific part in the half-empty coffee house where we were doing this. Let's get into it, shall we? I don't know how the conversation transitioned from bad puns to general theories of art, but it was sudden and regrettable. He insisted to us repeatedly that it's only art if the artist thought it would change the world. He had no method. He had no examples. He was so earnestly wrong-headed that I wanted to hug him and say, everything's going to be okay, little buddy. But these gestures can be misinterpreted. My smaller, fairer, and meaner companion went on the attack, recited the theories of Deleuze like a prayer, intense and precise. She leaned in triumphant as his face became gaunt as he was confronted with what he did not know that he did not know. For my part, I contributed flecks of light at the margin. I mentioned the death of the author, the intention fallacy, and a simplified tale of Kafka and Kafka's dull, slow-witted friend, Max, the least reliable literary executor in the world, a man who could not be trusted to start a fire with just paper. He was, in the end, unfazed, unconvinced, unshaken. He continued to believe in things unseen and soon moved on to the all-hour sandwich shop next door. And we, the unacknowledged legislators of the barroom, ordered 2 more doubles. Took turns saying, I don't know, man. I don't know. We didn't. And we were sick with envy of the insolent ones who thought they did, of the man whose innocence we had failed to even dent. And now a couple of newer ones. This one I wrote in a workshop with Kim Adonisio, name drop. This is the Ode to the Hangover. We are so quick to appeal to the conscience and tell the ones who would cleave us apart that history will judge them. Yet we live in fear of the only physiological proof of this, Why? You, hangover, are the only one who knows what really happened. I trust only your account, not any text nor any photography. And no headache yet has ever told me a lie. Hangover, inerrant morning judge, I surrender without condition to the mercy of your court. All the things that quote unquote cure you are things I should be doing anyway. Drink more water, kids. As if Jiminy Cricket himself jumped into the mezcal, you will reveal all the lessons learned and forgotten. And in the mornings, afternoons light, I will find the clarity that other drinkers drink to avoid. And one more of me and then the cover. I'm gonna sort of give away the game about where this came from, but whatever. Mumble transition. Concreteness, as it is commonly used in this field, is an abstraction. It makes no distinction between carpet or tile, between yellow or green grass. These details are to be used, says the professor, to create a real feeling in the reader. Whatever that means. This authenticity is the goal, even though every tool in our toolbox is fictive. The reader, too, is fictive. His crying produces neither sound nor lacrimony. Her laughter stops with her and does not ripple through her neighbors. We imagine them as strangers that we will compel by sheer magnetism to become friends. In the pursuit of these new friends, plans with old friends get rescheduled. As we catalog the verdant fields our love and we walk through, the lawn grows sick and undisciplined, and our love disorderly, and so poetry is feared rather than consumed. The passers-by salute it like a flag, but do not pay taxes. It is invoked like magic or violence in place of itself, a threat or a vague and vast gesture of praise. And the poet, well, I have no complaints. These people treat me well. But when they discover that I am a man who cannot and would not grant wishes, I fear they will feel light. And I suppose subconsciously, I patterned that after tonight's cover poem, preparing for the tumble words I'm doing on him next month. This is Ars Poetica by Czeslaw Milosz. I have always aspired to a more spacious form that would be free from the claims of poetry or prose, and would let us understand each other without exposing the author or reader to sublime agonies. In the very essence of poetry, there is something indecent. A thing is brought forth which we didn't know we had in us. So we blink our eyes as if a tiger had sprung out and stood in the light, lashing his tail. That's why poetry is rightly said to be dictated by a daemonian, though it's an exaggeration to maintain that he must be an angel. It's hard to guess where that pride of poets comes from, when so often they're put to shame by the disclosure of their frailty. What reasonable man would like to be a city of demons, who behave as if they were at home, speak in many tongues, and who, not satisfied with stealing his lips or hand, work at changing his destiny for their convenience? It's true, what is morbid is highly valued today. And so you may think that I am only joking, or that I've devised just one more means of praising art with the help of irony. There was a time when only wise books were read, helping us to bear our pain and misery. This, after all, is not quite the same as leafing through 1,000 works fresh from psychiatric clinics. And yet the world is different from what it seems to be. And we are other than how we see ourselves in our ravings. People therefore preserve silent integrity, thus earning the respect of their relatives and neighbors. The purpose of poetry is to remind us how difficult it is to remain just one person, for our house is open. There are no keys in the doors, and invisible guests come in and out at will. What I'm saying here is not, I agree, poetry, as poems should be written rarely and reluctantly, under unbearable duress, and only with the hope that good spirits, not evil ones, choose us for their instrument.
All right, man. Cheers, salute. And as I always like to say, with that gesture, he has performed alchemy. Damn, you have the statement of purpose.
It's the last one at the Walmart. I got lucky.
I know. Every time I go to a bar, I ask for it, and they don't have it. See how easily I'm distracted? All right, kid. How can people follow you online who are just seeing you for the first time?
Let's see. Well, if you're seeing from me for the first time, hi, pleased to meet you. Instagram at Kit Renaway. You get it. Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. Kopi.com/KitRen. Facebook, easy enough. Email, PayPal. If you want to drop something in the tip jar, help me drinking Martin House beers. And Tumblewords, as you already heard, will be hosted by the astounding Lee Martinez Soto this week. Really looking forward to what they put together. And that's all for me tonight.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much. I got distracted because I have a new I have a dinosaur friend. He's invisible because he's green. I was gonna introduce him to you guys. He's here at my desk. He's an invisible dinosaur. Courtesy of Christine Ponce Diaz. She got me this cool little dinosaur balloon. So I'm gonna treasure that. He's my teaching assistant. He's cool, but he's invisible right now. He's shy, so he can become invisible at will. Also, yeah, man, shout out to Christine. She also got me this book on Kandinsky, which I'm absolutely love. Mentioned a couple times that's what I mentioned a couple times on the chat, and she's like, all right, here you go, learn more. I'm such a bookworm, so it works. Thank you. So let's go ahead and continue because we have more peeps, and that was a nice set from El Paso. Bam, 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 just like that. But we're gonna go ahead and move a little bit to West Coast, where someone I admire dearly and deeply. You know, she does so much great work, and I'm only grateful for anything that she's involved me with, like the Poets Lighthouse, and which is now Parola. But as always, she's got some cool stuff always going on. So follow her if you aren't already. But let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Finn Bell. What's up?
Hi. How's it going?
It's going great. Thank you.
Happy birthday to Richie. Cheers. I only have water pouring. Forgot to queue up my beer. So I got 3 pieces for you folks today, starting with some seasonal haikus. Rain sates summer's thirst. Sky reluctant to be gray, but understands grief. The first leaf turning knows the meaning of patience. Understand death calls. Snow becomes blanket, shelters her slumbering charge. Here dwell dreams of sun. Tenacious poppies are the first to show their heads. Teach us to rise up. Yeah. So at the end of last month, AAPI month, I wrote a poem, a sort of tribute to my culture and to my mama, who taught me how to traditionally prepare a pot of rice. So yeah, this is called preparing rice. There is skill involved in sifting of rice. A patience explained between bent fingers of elders to the impatient, nimble fingers of their young, in how they part and create moving dunes of white into mountains, divide to invent valleys in between where empty hulls and shining gray pebbles await notice, a diligence in seeking every last one as if a cherished gem. The practice of flick in the wrist makes grains rain showers and arcs of sunlight in one fluid motion, this repetition becoming its own meditative rhythm. There is an art to careful act of cleansing rice, of summoning the coolness of a stream of water ready to trickle down palms as they lightly caress plump grains, in observation of liquid swirling thin milk into translucent. A single joint becomes the mark upon your measuring tape finger, a knowledge innate of where the top of the saturated rice ends and the rise of the water above it begins, an innate knowledge of how it's the perfect level. There is an art in building and maintaining your fire upon which you cook your cast iron pot of rice. Begin with the small branches, leaves, and logs presenting themselves along meandering early morning treks, spying kasoy peeping between fences, and sampalok fallen from tall trees. Remember the coconut hulls, sun-dried after fiesta ng mahal na birhen, and carefully scrolled away. Take this morning's newspaper and light its frightening political headlines aflame. Feed it as offering to your hungry kindling. The wildfire consumes itself. Here your pot nestles where the embers glow and endure. There is a skill to tending this life-sustaining gift of rice, a balanced scale of perseverance and ingenuity in preparing it as the vital lungs and heart of a meal where not one morsel is neglected. Nose and eyes intuit the thickness and steam, and the linger in the air of hearty aroma, and know this is where to shush and calm the flame. See as the grains soften and expand, swallow what remains of the pool, land of purity once submerged in ocean fathoms, now lifting its head visible. Never an idle kettle. Pygmy aubergines, their bands of deep forest green startling, join the settling rice, keeping each company as they relax, subdued and pliable. Tara na, kain na tayo, carries upon the afternoon's remaining billowing humidity, meeting the coming dusk in its tentative coastal breeze. Sampaguitas greet the cooling of evening, whetting appetite saved prudently for hapunan. Country table set, tinapa bounce from the frying pan, flamboyant in the instant it flashes the momentary gold rainbow of its smoked skin. Sibuyas at kamatis soak themselves salty sea and patis, each soul, every offering, knowing to wait, almost, until the tutong crackles once, signal to whisper grace before dinner. And then I wanted to finish with this one. It's brand spanking new, and it's still untitled, so help me with the title, please. Okay. The sea climbs out of her basin, bathes Earth Mother and nurses, carries tiny cockle satchels of Mama's offal meat, warming in her belly, her haul back in her abode. Sharing nourishment with the octopus many of limbs to keep track of and feed, 3 hearts to pump and expel, in staggered wonder of synchronicity, wonder of curiosity. Applaud the sense of humor and the secret of nature the great creator had the day of their conception. The sea climbs out of her basin, and schools of tuna attempt to swim in unison in her wake, swim in the same direction, do not stop to consider, eject their shocked silver figures out of the water's cloaking, but gasp stupidly in the presence of pure oxygen. Mechanical ventilator motions losing potent wizardry in organic gills. Electrocution without elocution are now merely tongue swallowed in panic, whimsy shuffle, and this dance moves them farther even as the sea trickles her foam out to the tips of her fingers and reaches. It's too late. Mother opens her mouth wide and offer in return demanded. Sand sometimes makes bubbles and pops in the act of becoming amber and translucent. Droplets of crablets are only something conjured in the imagination. If you are too slow to behold them long enough, breathing and eating are one function. Timid, they go back to being sand. It is too late. Mother opens her mouth wide, knows no moderation in consuming her young. Imbibing in an inebriated fury, misplaced guilt about her gluttony makes for a poor excuse. Eruption later. If the histrionics are spectacular enough, they can stun and all is forgiven. Mummy is trying. The sea responds, raises her tide. Mummy is busy. The sea responds, recedes. Mummy is not perfect. The sea lifts and crashes. These are the stuff of legends. These are the stuff legends are made of, thought the first humans as single cells multiplied and idiots oozed out of the primordial muck. They thought they sniffed calypso brewing air in the middle of the sea. And the fish fried upon the sand, still opening and closing their mouths, the reflex death chant, last prayer. Mourners shake their head at the loss and the waste. Dead tuna not even fit to wrap in old newspaper and hawk to greedy tourist as gourmet sashimi.
Yeah. All right. Everyone clap it up, snap it up, make some noise, show some love in the chat. It's already been happening in the chat, actually. Finn Bell, everyone. So you actually muted. I don't know if you did on purpose or accidentally. But what you got going on?
Exa purposely.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know. This and that and this. It's all in my link tree. I guess the latest thing I have coming up is Eddie Potastic on Wednesday. It's his monthly movie night, and we're reviewing Galaxy Quest. Yeah. So come and join us and let's do that. Oh, and Deadpan Lizzie on Thursday. It is her poetry games. And the theme of that, or the title, is Pankus, Pandemonium, and Pandora's Box. Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific. It's on Eventbrite in my link tree.
Perfect. Yeah, share that here in the channel. I'll forward it to our YouTube peeps. All right. Thank you, Finn Bell. Go check her out. The link tree will link it all up, all everything she's involved with. And yeah, Ed Poetastic movie nights. Yo, that sounds cool. I'm gonna have to, I really gotta, like, nobody does like an online calendar. Well, I know there's like a global calendar, but like with all these things going on, something like Finn, by the way, Finn does a great job of promoting, like just sending out events. So I appreciate that. It's always good to be in the loop. All right, yeah, but you already heard his name. Joining us from Washington, DC. You already know it's Mr. Ed Poetastic, feeling fantastic with his poet rhymes, feeling static. And I can't do it. You do it, man. Ed, what's going on? Oh no, you still here? Ed, did we lose you? Or you might be muted. It's either one or I don't see a video. Or is my internet acting up again? No, it's good. It's good. Shout out, by the way, again to everyone who's checking out. Cindy Bettis, yo, what's up? Welcome. Glad you're tuning in. Yeah. By the way, like, I don't know. I just feel awkward during birthday wishes. Like, I didn't really do anything special. I was just born anyway. Oh, his computer froze. He's okay. He's great. Okay, so we're gonna give him some time to get logged in. But I'm wheeling and dealing right now. I'm like making some stuff happen. I'm doing getting ready to do another jazz and poetry night pretty soon, in July with the live jazz band in El Paso. So it's gonna be me, Rebel Agnostic, who is a rapper, wordsmith, and then I don't know. We got to find a third. I'm gonna find someone. If you guys are ever interested in performing poetry with a live jazz band, maybe let me know so I can kind of figure it out. It's a little different than performing your own stuff live. There's some different things to keep in mind, and because these are like some really good jazz musicians. So I want to make sure we're all on the same page and communicating. So anyway, that's going to be coming up in July. Just confirming right now through text. But I would want to thank everyone for the birthday messages. This is me stalling, by the way. For those who asked in the chat, I was mentioning something about banning the birthday song. I don't know. It just feels weird being celebrated. That's it. It's like, it's a birthday. Cool. I've had plenty before. And really I just celebrate every day anyway. So anyway, let's get Ed into the room. This is me just stalling. Okay. Eddie. I'm gonna like work on adding. Actually, while we wait for Ed to get into the room, check this out. Did you guys know that my entire background, this is for you on YouTube. I don't think you guys have seen this before. So I have a cool studio called at Power at the Pass, at a place called Power at the Pass. And it's a cool spot to hang out, but it's kind of far right now from where I'm living. So this is actually a green screen behind me. So by the power of magic, I can just oh, okay, cool. Check it out. And now you can meet Raul. This is a dinosaur balloon. Anyway, what's up, Ed? Are you with us?
Yep, I love your greenery.
You know what, man? You gotta keep it green. All right, yo. So Ed, I gave you a really, a brief intro, but hey, man, go ahead and work your beautiful magic. Let's go and welcome back to the stage, Ed Poetastic, Washington D.C. in the house. What's up, man?
Woo! Thank you. But first, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richie. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad you're in our lives. I'm glad you're such a wonderful, protestant, and insightful guy, and many more in store for your dreams and hopes. Sorry about that. All right, my name is Ed Potastic. You're feeling fantastic. Please give me the time to join my rhyme for all you feel sublime. All right, I got 7 jokes and 3 poems, so you know how to rhyme. The first joke is, what did the peach say to the apple? I'm feeling peachy, and you look ready. Why did the farmer name his goat Jesus? Because Jesus ate his Bible. What was the ant's favorite song? It's a small world after all. It was late. Why didn't Mr. Potato Head wanted to come home? He didn't want to get mashed, fried, or roasted. Why did the bus station fire the cheetah? He was going too fast. Why did a goose love to get suntans? Because his goose was cooked. And what was the penguin's advice for the tuxedo models? I don't know. I was just born this way. All right. I got another poem. This poem is going to Marissa's wonderful anthology she's doing, the anthology to end gun violence. The due date is August the 1st, 2022. You can submit 3 poems or pieces of art. So please, come and create your own art. All right. This poem is called Grieving Gun. Bullet with a name, a foggy mind, common sense tossed in flames, innocent corpses left behind. A pool of crimson, a flood of emotions, a frigid hungry gun, names tossed in the ocean, A crying monster, a trail of blood, remorse from a butcher, stings from a billion suns, empty flaming hearts, a river of tears, guilt shooting darts. The sirens are here. A collage of faces, time stands still, dark empty spaces, the inhumane chills, screams of justice, silence of deaf ears, ignorance is bliss, sadness draws near. Memories in twilight, words left unsaid, darkness in hindsight, regrets left dead. Tears in streets, loved ones with angels, bodies covered in concrete, feet full of anvils, lives taken away, coffins become full, days of decay, one bloodthirsty full. Funerals on display, ceremonies in black, many emotional heart attacks, crying hearts cracked. Clouds of gray, downpour of rain, echoes of disarray, cause of pain. Flowers on altars, many grieving families, legends of slaughter, many deep sympathies. Thank you. All right. I got another one. This is called hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up. Technology. Oh, here it is. This is called You Can't Have It Your Way. Tell me what ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me what ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me what I never want to hear you say. I want it that way. We can't have it your way. Love is in the love. Where is the love? We watched it quickly decay, crushed, mushed, and unloved. Why didn't you stay? You chased your desires. You tossed our memories aside. My heart's on blue fire. I'm not going to lie, but I died. What did you say? Your words were death notes. It was me, but not us. It was a huge, poignant joke. Couldn't satisfy your lust. How could you do that? Still stuck without an answer. You wrapped around another man. I can still hear your laughter. I play it back, but I don't understand. Did I truly matter? In our memories, I did. Now I'm crying dry tears. Nostalgia lost in the wind, giving birth to my fears. You couldn't have it your way. This is not your story. This is all mine. Life holds my glory. I'm not far behind. I need to remind myself to get back up. No more saddened farewells. No more dumps. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. All right. All right. Here's another one. This is called Gaia's Love. Gaia's Love. Let me see. Sorry about that. This is called Gaia's Love. Here it is. Sorry. You possess an undefined natural and organic beauty. You dance around the bright sun on an important duty. Your eyes are the great lakes covered in sparkling blue. Your tears are sweeter than strawberries, blueberries, and honeydew. Your body's a wonderland full of sublime and wonderful delights. You give us warming sunlight for our darkest nights. Your skin is earthly, smooth, and grounded in the vast deserts. You just give, and give till it hurts. Your children are the vivid, rooted, fluorescent trees and flowers. They stand healthy, rooted, and stern with unique powers. Your age is vast in the far reaches of dark space. I didn't say Asian. Oh, wait. Is there a teardrop or a river flowing across your face? You're more powerful than any earthquake, tsunami, or hurricane. You bear us with our toxic fumes, endless cutting, and rumbling pains. Your rage is a roaring, unpredictable, and screaming volcano, spewing molten lava. Sometimes you create clouds dropping clear, refreshing, and juvenating Java. Your love is surreal, generous, and deeper than our bay blue skies. You feed, nurture, and grow us, your pesky flies. Hope this poem does you justice because it's coming from a microscopic soul. Thank you for the gifts of diamond, ruby, irons, titaniums, coppers, silvers, and gold. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. Awesome, man. Thank you, Ed. Glad you were able to make it back on. I was concerned I was calling you up and I just saw a blank screen. But yeah, you got some stuff coming up, man. Let us know more about that and how we can support you online.
Oh, sure, no problem. Me and Finn Bell are having a movie night on Wednesday. We're featuring Galaxy Quest, so it's free. All you gotta do is just show up and bring some popcorn, bring your slippers, and just relax and just enjoy the movie.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, as I like to say, yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. As I like to say, back in the day when I had my I had a local TV show. It was a music showcase, and like I think that was one of my taglines. It's like sit back, kick back, and relax. Tune in 306 session. Yeah, so check that out on Wednesday, right? Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
And we love you.
That's what time it's. Yo, you know what? In the East Coast, it's not even June 6th anymore, right? You can just like be like, it's done. It's done. Se acabó. No, I appreciate it, man. I thank you for all the well wishes, everyone. Let's see. Looking at the list, we are getting near the end of the night, so that's pretty cool. If you haven't been here before, we usually just hang out afterwards too, once the live stream ends. But this is every Monday. If you know anyone who wants to perform, if you want to perform yourself and you're watching, then yeah, all you have to do is sign up. I feel like it's pretty welcoming and accepting place, you know, as long as you're cool with other people. But yeah, come on through. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and again, much love to Urban Cowboy Poet. Couldn't make it, or he had to take off early. But right now we're gonna go to Los Angeles. So yeah, we're doing some jumping around, but I love it. Just due to technology, we just boom. All right, we're in Los Angeles right now, and we're gonna visit Tesla Somok, who's got some poetry and music. What is going on? How you doing today, Tez?
What's up, Richie?
So what's up?
You know, you get the famous Mexican Sapo Verde to you.
Yeah. Yep.
For all of those who are linguistically challenged. I'm going to do one poem in 2 languages and then a song. So this is in Spanish. ¿Qué quieres hacer la tierra cantar? Es posible que hayas escuchado a los antiguos charlar sobre la noción de que la tierra canta. Sí, suena loco. Usted puede preguntarse, ¿cómo canta la tierra? ¿Qué medidor usa? ¿Qué ritmo usa? La tierra se involucra en ritmos prosódicos. La tierra murmura en estresores anapésticos, trocaicos, dactílicos o más complicados en pies espóndicos y pírricos. Quizás se está preguntando si puede escuchar los expansivos mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta y octametros. Te has estado preguntando si tú también puedes hacer que la tierra cante. Si puedes hacer que la tierra emita tercetos, cuartetas, sextetos y octavas. Escucha las coplas quimotrópicas terrenales y expansivas. Tú también puedes hacer cantar a la tierra. Este poema te enseñará a dominar el villanel y el villancico de la pradera pastoril, los tercetos penta del campesinado pastoril y su cuarteto final de neonatalidad nostálgica. Este poema promete entregar un conjunto de condiciones donde tú también puedes hacer cantar a la tierra. No vayas por ese suelo limoso que es más fértil que el arenoso, el endurecimiento y la costra de este suelo amartiguan el canto. No opte por el suelo arcilloso que se lamenta mientras que es una combinación de arena, arcilla y limo, tiende a nunca formar estructuras sólidas como cristales terrenosos que se requiere que la tierra cante. Si bien puede ser el mejor suelo fértil, rara vez se seca y no es un buen letrista. El suelo arenoso tenso es el más blando de todos los suelos, monométrico, aburrido, como el desierto, rápidamente regala todo el agua y se disuelve en un golpe. No, ve por el de Buttonwill o la arcilla negra de Inyo Kern, el que retiene la humedad durante mucho tiempo, el que se agrieta cuando se seca como el mal maquillaje terrenoso, destrozados, cristalizados por la química sódica. Cuando sueltes el agua en los surcos, también harás cantar a la tierra, los bloques cristalinos de tierra, carbonato de calcio, sodio, azufre, hierro y metales pesados se disolverán en su expansión. Aguanta tu respiración. Calma tus latidos de tu corazón. Frena tu respiración. Quédate quieto y escucha las melodías zurrantes y la dulce prosodia de la tierra. Estás en camino en convertirte en un susurrador de la tierra. That was So You Want to Make the Earth Sing. Here it is in English. So you want to make the earth sing. You may have heard the old ones chatter on the notion that the earth sings. Yes, it sounds ludicrous. You may ask yourself, how does the earth sing? What meter does it use? Does the earth engage in prosodic rhythms? Does the earth murmur in anapestic, trochaic, dactylic stressors, or more complicated spondaic, empiric feet? You may be wondering if you can hear the expansive mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, an octometer. Have you been wondering if you too can make the earth sing? If you can make the earth emit tercets, quatrains, sextets, octaves, hear the expansive earthly chemotropic couplets, you too can make the earth sing. This poem will teach you to master the villanelle and the villancico of the pastoral prairie, the pentatercets of pastoral peasantry, and its concluding quatrain of nostalgic neonatality. This poem promises to deliver a set of conditions where you too can make the earth sing. Don't go for that silty soil, which is more filtered than sandy. The hardening and crustiness from this soil will dampen out the song. Don't go for the loomy, lamenting soil, while a combo of sandy, clay, and silt, it tends to never form solid structures like cloddy crystals that are required for the earth to sing. While it may be the best fertile soil, it rarely dries up, and not a good lyricist. The straining sandy soil is the blandest of them all. The boring manometer soil, like the desert, quickly gives up all the water and dissolves into a thump. No, Go for the button willow in your current black clay, the one that retains humidity for a long time, the one that cracks when it dries like bad makeup, cloddy, shattered, and crystallized from sodic chemistry. When you let loose the water on the furrows, you too will make the earth sing. The crystal blocks of dirt, calcium carbonate, sodium, sulfur, iron, and heavy metals will dissolve, and in their expanse, hold your breath, calm your heartbeat, slow your breath, remain still, and you will hear the murmuric melodies and sweet prosody of the earth. You are on your way to become an earth whisperer.
Like that.
All right, you like that, huh? All right, here we go. This is still a little rough, so it's gonna see how it goes. How's the sound there, Richie?
Hear you loud and clear.
This is a collaboration piece. I've been pushing Christine now that she's a pro, because she's getting paid, that she needs to start doing her original stuff. So I felt bad that I need to walk my talk, as they say. So this is a collaboration between one of our friends who you guys all know, Lynn Lane. He did a piece a while back called A Neon Lit Train and a Bad Something Else. And then I got permission for him to rearrange it and rewrite some of the lyrics. And then this is what I came up with. And then I'm going to try a little bit. Oops, let's nail that baby. It's my jazz chord, Richie.
Yeah, there you go.
D7 sharp 9.
Diminished 17th to the nth degree.
All right, here we go. Together, we were perfection. If perfection could be flawed, two actors from two different plays, trying to remember our way. Is that right? Trying to find our way. It shouldn't have lasted. It shouldn't have lasted long. shatter the window. They shouldn't have ever been drawn. A neon lit train gone wrong. A neon train gone wrong. A neon lit train. Another shot of whiskey. Another dry piss. Another lonesome train. You were gone before I woke. The room smelled with your breath in. I climbed out of my carcass. Felt the lost hope pulsing in. I felt your skin ooze over my body, as if the first time I felt a woman. My eyes dilated and foggy as the night slowly slid into ruin. A neon lit train. Another shot of whiskey. Another dry piss stain. Another lone train. Oh, my hand hurts.
What
So
are
I'm still
they,
working
man?
it out a little bit. It's complicated. So what do they say in the relationship description?
Exactly. That's what everyone means, you know. Just working on the song.
It's complicated.
Brown Buffalo Bluesman. I heard you. I heard you.
What do you think? Is it coming together?
I like it. Yeah, you're going for some complex chords that you're not used to, huh? On that acoustic.
Man, you said, "Oh yeah, I need the jazz chords." I'm like, "Oh man, damn, Richie, you had to tell me about the jazz chords."
You know, when they hit, they hit. Awesome. So, what do you have coming up this week, or I mean, anything you like to promote for sure?
No, just I've been putting out a bunch of so we've had this. Actually, I had another poem I didn't read here, but it was we had these hummingbirds perching on our outside our window, kitchen window. It's just been really wonderful watching them grow up. Unfortunately, they're probably going to start to fly pretty soon. They'll be gone in a week or two, but it's been a good ride. It's been enjoyable. I've been doing some videos with those and then writing some haiku poetry and Finn Bell's. By the way, that piece I read today was workshopped in Finn Bell's Sunday morning Wake Up Call, and with what was the gentleman's name? Leaf. I can't remember his last name, but somebody was doing a workshop on nature poetry, and that's the inception of that idea, and then I evolved it into just kind of that kind of infomercial a la Jeff Cottrell style.
I love that. Nice. Right on, man. Well, of course, and also people can find you online at Gashes 2019, and of course, Pandemic Poets on Facebook. Right.
Yep. Thank you, Finn Bell, the whipped cream of poetry.
Yeah, I like that. Yo, gotta make that stick. Would you want that? Yeah, we gotta make that stick.
that
Here's-
is it. It's done.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, glad to have both of you guys on, and of course, yeah, let's keep promoting it. If you guys are watching and want to be kept up to date, like if you follow Pandemic Poets on Facebook, it's a good spot to just see a lot of things going on. And of course, you follow Finn Bell as well. You'll be like tapped into the pulse of a lot of the going ons. You've heard about Tumble Words tonight as well. So if you are looking to do some writing as well, every Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time, it's generative writing. So just you write and then you read what you wrote. As simple as that, right? And it's been so helpful. And of course, Finn Bell has workshops. Like a lot of people. Amanda was here earlier. Amanda Ashley Villanueva, like she's awesome. Like her workshops sound really great. So yeah, the idea is just keep working, keep doing it. You know, I'm the worst writer because I don't write as much as I should or I need to be. That'll change. That's gonna be changing soon. All right, yo. With that said, last night I did a karaoke night type thing, very chill. Texted a couple people. I posted about it, but like nobody ever like to see it. But yeah, it was fun. But a very popular karaoke song is from Mulan. And it's a song, Make a Man Out of You. And the chorus has a very catchy, be your man. Wait, is it be a man? I can't remember what it's called right now. But there's like a be your man. Must be strong as a coursing. Yeah. Be your man and I'll make a man. And so anyway, the reason why I mention it is because every time that song comes on, I don't hear be a man. I hear Dan the man. I gotta come up with original lyrics so I can introduce them that way. But he has like 2 or 3 theme songs, probably 4. Be a Dan. Yeah, that's a good one too. I love it. So this is an open mic. It's also an opportunity to, make sure that everyone has their smoke detector batteries replaced reasonably. I'm just kidding. All right. Hey, everyone, let's go ahead and make some room, make some noise, and welcome to the online stage. You already know. Tú sabes. Let's go and make some noise for Dan, the man. Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight? Okay. All right, guys. There's a few poems I'm going to be doing, and since we're already entered June, and all right, yeah, we have yet another A Child's Calendar by John Updike in the month of June. June, the sun is rich and gladly pays in golden hours, silver days, and long green weeks that never end. School's out, the time is ours to spend. There's Little League, hopscotch, the creek, and after supper, hide and seek. The long-lived light is like a dream, and freckles come like flies to cream. End quote. Yeah, the month of June. Once again, A Child's Calendar John Updike. Yeah. And since we are in the month of June, what's going on right here this month? It's June 2022. Yep, it's June once again. Summer blooms, and Richie, I'm gonna share a couple of images.
Feel free to do so, man. Telepathically.
It's not letting me. Oh,
You
thank
have to believe. Remember, Dan, you have to believe.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Yep. It is Pride Month. Yep. Community front, support LGBT. That's our support of Q. The colors of the rainbow, beautiful colors in tow. Yeah. So throughout June, it's Pride Month. And everybody say, don't say gay. That is illegal. And it's a discrimination against the LGBT community. Man, don't we say gay? Yes, we say gay. But don't say gay sucks. No, I apologizing for objecting angrily at that bill that governor of Florida was saying this. No. Okay, sorry. Then we have the way we salute in the day of the 14th. Come on. Sorry. Flag Day. The way we salute, the way we say and salute and raise our flags on the 14th. USA flag feels like 4th of July, Independence Day, which is less than a month away. Yep. And yeah, USA, USA. Yeah. And there's always National Donut Day, which is a week ago. I think we missed that. When should we get a free donut from Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts? But there's something on the 8th of June is National Best Friends Day. Damn you, stop taking up my... Thank you. Hold on. No, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here. Yep, National Best Friends Day. Got 16 of my best friends right there. Well, there was Catherine, Heather, Courtney, Chris, Kelly, Corina, Anoop, also known as Scoop, Sarah, Selena, Richard, Matt, Corey, Bird, Cassie, Hannah, also known as Mama Care Bear, and Manfred of Florida. Yep. And today marks the 78th anniversary of D-Day. Yep, the invasion of Normandy on this today, June 6, 1944, 78 years, which today is also the day of Yep, our friend, our host of the most. Yep, Richie Marufo of BWOMS. Yep, there he is. And there is last year, my 27th birthday tribute to Richie. If you guys have not seen it, please check it out. Yep. Yeah, you'll see also scenes of my poetry slam as well, and you guys will like it. Okay. And yep. Also, Father's Day, which is the third Sunday of June. Well, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And that includes and that includes my dad. I thank you for his service. God rest his soul. Happy Father's Day, Dad. But even though we're about to, oh, I almost forgot. There's also on the day of 19th, that's right, Juneteenth, power to the people, where we celebrate the Juneteenth, where the blacks were all freed on Galveston. Man, 1865, power. Finally, I'm 2 weeks away till yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. Yep, till my birthday. I turned 39 will be my last year in my 30s. Ah, man. About to enter a midlife crisis, but I'll enjoy my birthday anyway. So, and that was me almost 6 years ago. The day of my birthday at Disney World. Yeah. Well, I say that was June, 6 months of the year where the summer blooms. Well, the heat is still on. The heat is not near, but it's here. But we know summer's about to approach this season, but it looks like it came early. But we might think the coronavirus might still be here, but for not for long, for crying out loud. Well, but there's only one thing that happened 6 years ago. Oops, hold on. Yeah, this is the yeah, this is Orlando on the turnpike where they put Orlando and then they put in the pride letters strong because of the tragedy that happened on the 12th, almost 6 years ago. And that's how we wanted to still say yeah, we want to say Orlando strong. So, and God rest, our thoughts and prayers is out to the families and also those who were impacted 6 years ago. God help us all. Yeah. All right. Well, now we just entered June, so that is what's going on for this coming June of 2022. So, so what do y'all think? Richie? Where is he?
I'm here.
Okay.
You can't just be dropping like heavy stuff and expect me to be like ready, you know?
Actually, I think I couldn't even do a slideshow like this, but that's the only thing I want to show is just pictures. But at least I showed I did. And well, what'd y'all think? Oh, what everybody else think?
We'll type stuff in the chat, man. Like, going to where can we find your stuff online, man? Let us know. What's up?
All right. Okay. Come on. All right, here it is. Read it and weep it. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and find Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube. I'm still behind on posts on Twitter and Facebook. I do apologize for that, but if there's a chance, just find my just subscribe my channel on YouTube, please. Okay. And first and foremost, happy birthday, Richie. And I hope you guys enjoyed last year's my 27th birthday tribute to Richie. So all right, guys, and if you guys go ahead and find it, and I'll leave the link right down there. All right. Thanks a lot. Happy birthday, Richie. A host with the most. I bow to you.
Oh man, good night to everyone who's saying good night. I know a lot of people are leaving. Andres, people here in the chat as well. Oh, hey, thanks. I like how you said first and foremost. It was like one of the last things you said. I'm like, okay, man, I get it. Of your conclusion, I'm just giving you a hard time. Thank you, Dan.
Happy birthday. Cheers.
Appreciate you. Had to check that out. The birthday tribute from last year.
Mhm.
Alrighty, everyone. So, with that said, we have completed our online open mic for this Monday, June 6th, 2022. If you are in the El Paso area, come catch us at one of our live in-person open mics. If you are up for it and you are free, we do have several throughout the month, including every other Tuesday at Mona Bar of Modern Arts. That includes tomorrow, June 7th. That is in downtown El Paso. It's a cool little bar. We hang out. That is every other Tuesday, so we skip a week. And if you want to read some poetry or anything, come early. We get a lot of poetry. We get some comedy. I mean, just come and hang out. They have really good tacos. Got to give a shout out to Eve. Always getting down on that in the kitchen there. We also have an open mic at Craft Rhythm and Brews at some point during the month. I believe this month it is going to be on the 24th of the month. And then, of course, always the last Thursday of the month is at Old Sheepdog Brewery. Since it's pretty nice out and summer and all that, we're doing outside in the patio. So come on through to those. Of course, we are here every Monday. So if you want to join us from the comfort of your own home, your living room, your desk, your office, whatever, all you have to do is sign up. We do put a sign-up sheet. A sign-up sheet is available at the latest Sunday night, usually 24 hours before the show. So you can find that usually on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, definitely encourage you guys to do so. Subscribe. And if you want to be kept up with what we're doing, you can click on that little bell to be notified when we upload new things, including future online open mics. We always have that preset. As soon as that video goes up for that online open mic, if you click on the description, you will find the link to sign up. Other than that, you can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll usually post the sign-up sheet there as well. I do want to thank everyone for tuning in on YouTube who checked us out live, or if you just stuck around and have been checking out the replay, you're welcome to join us anytime. But for the live stream, I'm going to go ahead and end it and say goodnight to you guys and hope to see you next